Hey everyone, this is Rob,
And Michelle.
and welcome to Bunebape, your weekly podcast on everything you need to know about old school RuneScape.
Meet Mert.
Mer.
Dude, tell me why when you said it's Rob, I hesitated to be like, what's my line? What's my line? I was like, it's Michelle.
It is.
No, it's not even my line. It's and Michelle. Oh my God.
Nice try. Yeah, hey everyone, how's it going? Hopefully you are, locked in because we're going to have a longer than normal episode.
Yeah, usually we just record on Wednesdays now. We are going to be recording a little bit today, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday because I don't even think we have time between getting home from work and going to sleep to do all of it.
Yeah, if you're kind of out of the loop, what we're talking about is there was the Winter Summit. So we're super excited about the Winter Summit, but there was a bunch of stuff to talk about. So obviously we got to talk about all of it. So it might be a longer episode. Feel free to skip around if you're only interested in a couple things per usual.
I'll be detailed with the timestamps. We're not going to be detailed and go through this list of like 15 items right now.
Yeah.
Look at the timestamps if there's only specific things.
Yeah, so we are going to get into obviously what we have been up to very briefly, and then we'll go into the Winter Summit. We'll just summarize it as the Winter Summit because that's all we're going to be talking about this week.
Yeah.
We might touch on the update if there is one later on. Obviously, it's
It's still only Monday.
It's Monday, so we don't know yet. But
I was going to be like, there's not this week. And I was like, wait, we wouldn't even know.
Yeah, so we might touch on it later, after we're done with all the Winter Summit stuff. And then we'll end off on a Q&A as per usual.
Yep.
We really do appreciate your questions. Feel free to ask any questions, whether it's game related or otherwise, at discord.gg/Bunebape. We do have a question section there, or on any of our socials, which are listed down below. And speaking of socials, if you guys really like the podcast, if you listen to it often, it would really help us out if you did go and follow it on Spotify. It really helps us. And if you are like really enjoying the podcast and want to take it a step further, of course, you can join our Patreon page, which really does help us out and lets us upgrade the podcast, every once in a while.
Yeah.
Of course, you do get some benefits with that, including episodes earlier, as well as even some like free merch and stuff like that. So feel free to check that out as well.
And a Discord badge.
And a Discord badge. So we do appreciate all of you guys following and supporting. But before we get into all of this cool stuff that we have this week, Michelle, how's it going?
It's going good. I'm doing Sid's bingo right now, and I've been having a lot of fun. We're not in first place. We're not in last place. That's all I know. And I'm like, should I do a region locked bingo for whenever we do another bingo this year? Because it's actually like kind of cool just being like, there's only 4 tiles each region, so everyone's working on the same stuff is kind of cool. But I know some people really like bingos for being able to do specific things, so I don't know. But anyway, it's just giving me more thoughts for whenever we have a bingo this summer, and I'm having a lot of fun.
Nice. That's cool.
I haven't got anything crazy. Oh, I did finish green logging, what's it called? Shades of Morton.
Wow.
I'm actually really excited about that.
Big zealot enjoyer.
Yeah. And I tobbed for the first time in probably several months. I did like 7 tobs. Didn't get any purples though. But weirdly for the bingo, we needed vials of blood. And I got a lot of vials of blood. So I was happy.
Nice. And for anyone that doesn't know, a lot of people don't know these zealots robes exist. They're like the only prayer outfit that exists.
They give you a chance of your bones not being used.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good.
It's a very weird item, but it does exist, and there's a full set of it that comes from Shades of Morton.
Yeah, it seems nice. I'm already 99 prayer though, so whoops.
Yeah, big whoops. Anything else?
That's it for me. I'm trying to keep it short because I know we got a lot of stuff. If I have more things, I will casually save them in the middle of the episode.
True. Very good.
You have more though.
I'm currently fighting blue dragons in a cave in Alderan, I think, or not Alderan. It's Kastori.
Oh, that was in the rainforest.
No, it is in the rainforest near Kastori. I just remember it as Kastori. But anyways, I'm fighting blue dragons. So if you see me looking down, I'm collecting D-bones. Yeah, because I need to get on my prayer. But anyways, since the last time we've talked, that it's 3 weeks in a row now where this is going to sound more impressive. I'm saying it this way on purpose. Okay. Where I've continually doubled how much XP I have.
How much are you at?
So now I am at a whopping total level of 926.
Oh my god!
So it's almost 200 extra levels, 175 essentially. And I think last week I was at 1.8 mil, and now I'm at 3.6, which is exactly.
Oh my gosh! Wait, that's so cool.
Yeah, so it's pretty good. I have been. Unfortunately, it sucks because like this was. I don't know how you guys play, but I kind of have differing weeks where it's like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it'll be an XP weekend or it'll be an objective weekend where like I'm
You're
doing
like,
quests and
yeah,
stuff like that.
questing.
Or like maybe a boss farming weekend.
That hasn't happened yet.
I wanted it to be an objective weekend. I had a bunch of stuff planned out. I think I said I was going to do Monkey Madness and stuff like that, but it just turned out I had a bunch of other stuff I had to do. So it was really an
Yeah.
AFK XP type of weekend.
He's still playing Satisfactory and Hightail. Oh, someone actually asked on YouTube. So I will start including links of our little side channel because to
Yeah,
be fair, we
we
do keep
have
talking about it and not linking it.
yeah. So obviously the channel you're probably familiar with is our Bunebape channel, which we
Yes.
talk about RuneScape. That's like all it is about essentially.
There's some Phasmo BG3, but they're grandfathered in.
Yeah, exactly. So, and we try to keep it, similar. So when you go to that channel, you know what you're expecting. So any other video games, like I play Satisfactory and like Hightail, and we put them on our second channel, Small Babe.
Yeah. So twitch.tv/smallbape or on YouTube, smallbape. I'll link it down below though, because yeah, people are also asking in Discord to be like, why don't we all get notified? That one we're not doing yet, but someday, like whenever you go live, maybe we can put that.
Yeah, it's more like
Because
a
honestly, most people have that channel muted.
true. Yeah, it's more like just a fun thing that we just do on the side, and
Yeah.
yeah,
So he streams every Saturday though. Unless
Yeah.
like we have plans, which usually we don't have plans.
yeah. So yeah, if you like other games, maybe go check it out. If not, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I have been doing a bunch of just skilling stuff, and I have the great pleasure to announce that I have tried the new minigame, the new
veil
fletching.
totems.
Well, okay, quote unquote new. It's relatively old at this point, but new to me fletching minigame, Veil Totems.
And
And the verdict is it is very good for Ironman.
it's so
Specifically,
fun. It's
yeah.
such a pretty area too. I think that makes it all the more enjoyable because it's not like ugly.
Yeah, it's cool running
Yeah.
around there because I've been working on quite a bit of fletching just because you need fletching. Honestly, I hate doing fletching as an Ironman. It is really tedious, monotonous, and takes like way longer than you'd ever want it to take.
Yeah.
Because I don't know like how most people do it, but on my main, I just bank standed for like days straight.
I just bang standed darts and spent a few hours getting 99.
Oh, well, I bank standed the profitable way, which is I just bought like a trillion U logs and then cut them all into bows.
Oh my
I think
god.
I even bought the strings and strung them.
Oh no.
And then I sold them back and you make a profit.
Yeah, but at what cost?
Yeah, exactly. So, but I mean, I did it whenever I was poor, so I was like, sick.
Yeah.
I'm getting like 200K or whatever it is, 100K, I think it's 120K an hour.
This was a long time ago, so if it's really far off, that's why.
No, I think it is like 120K XP. Like the XP doesn't change, but it's a
I thought you
good.
meant money.
No. The money back then was like 200K an hour, so it wasn't that much, but it was more than zero, which like you doing darts cost money, everything else
I
costs
got
money.
negative money.
So I was like, I'll just do the way that makes money because I was always, a really stingy main.
You were kind of stingy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but now as an Ironman, it sucks because I was trying to explain to Michelle, like as an Ironman, whenever you're doing fletching, it's just get the log, turn it into a bow. You don't turn it into a strung bow. That's the end of the XP line. It's just turning it into a bow.
Yeah.
The only difference is maybe you'll make bow or arrow shafts, and then you might like throw feathers on those
Yeah.
to make headless arrows for broad arrows or something like that. But for the most part, you're just making bows and then you either high elk them or sell them.
Yeah.
So now it's cool because you can turn all of those into XP, and it's not like a little bit of XP
Mm-hmm.
to like,
It's significant.
yeah, to explain or to like briefly show how much XP it is. For instance, you get like 33 XP for a willow short bow.
To sacrifice at the totem or in
No,
general?
just to make it from a log.
Okay.
And then whenever you give it as a decoration for the Veil Totem log, it gives you like 130
Oh my
XP.
gosh.
Like it's 4 times as much XP.
So yeah, just everything that he would have previously just dropped, now he's dropping on a totem and getting paid for it in
yeah,
XP.
like I actually would have just like sold those to a bow
It made like
boyer.
nothing.
Yeah, like a bow vendor.
Yeah.
So it's pretty sick. I don't know. I'm
No
a big fan
fletching
of
knife
it.
drop though.
No fletching knife drop. I have gotten like some rune
Eight
and
branches.
I got ent branches, yeah,
Mhm.
and I got like rune, adamant, and like some dragon arrowheads too.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's honestly a pretty sick mini game. It's not like super fun or anything like that. It's really just running around and like clicking stuff. So
I feel like it's just enough paying attention to keep you like, okay, I'm
yeah,
interested.
yeah, it's definitely not bad. I would give it a try if you're an Iron Man. If you're not an
Even if
Iron
you're
Man,
not an
there's
Iron Man,
literally no reason to go there,
green
unfortunately,
logging.
besides collection logging.
I love collection
So
logging. The drops might be kind of worth to sell, maybe. Probably not.
yeah, not really.
Collection logging.
Yeah, collection logging for sure. So it's pretty cool though. I liked it, and then I think that's mostly all I did was that, and like a bit of combat, and just like other random skills. I'm at 82 combat, which is pretty nice. I got my first 70 today.
Oh, what was it in?
Strength.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah,
It's been what, 2 weeks?
it has
Yeah, it's been 2
been. Yeah,
weeks.
it's been 2 weeks.
Less than because it's Monday.
Yeah.
Cape Rain's Monday.
So yeah, it's nice progressing slowly. Hopefully this weekend I'll actually do Monkey Madness, but that's enough. I've talked way too long because we have so much to get into.
We do. It's gonna be a long episode. Starting out with Deadman, Annihilation, everything you need to know.
Coming January 30th. So we have Deadman Annihilation, which is obviously just the event that they seemingly have like every year now.
Yeah, and this is also like the day the podcast is coming out for normal non-Patreon listeners. So you probably already know, but just in case, hey guys, Deadman's happening right now.
Yeah, we kind of talked about this last week that they kind of waited till the last minute so that you have like a full week of hype, which is like not that much time.
A little weird.
Considering they announced this over 70 days ago now, and I've only just came out with the blog for it now.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
A little interesting.
But yeah, the event does start, like you said, January 30th at 1700 UTC. Worlds will be down for a little while, and then they will go up for the final.
No, that makes it sound like the worlds are going to be down for, for
sorry.
20 days.
Yeah, sorry. So it starts on the 30th. It'll go down before the finale.
On February 20th.
Yes, which is February 20th. So you have a full like 20 days to do it. And then it'll go back up on February 21st for the finale.
Yeah, the way you worded it was like, so it starts and then it's going to be offline for 20 days and then restart for the finale.
Well, I didn't say the date. Yeah. Anyways, so if you're out of the loop, make sure to check out the overview. They have a full like video that gives you like top level changes that separate it from the Deadman Annihilation from previous Deadman modes.
But
this
spoiler alert, we're gonna go over most of these anyway.
Yeah. They do have like a full video for it, but yeah, we are obviously going to go over a lot of it. We're not going to get into all of the little bits because there is a ton of like small little details.
I wanted to. I'm going to edit it out, but there was a pause. I had to clear my throat and I was like, should we list every single sigil? And Robert was like, I think listeners would hate that. And I was like, oh.
As someone that doesn't listen to RuneScape podcasts, I could be wrong, but I just feel like hearing people announce lists might not be the most enjoyable.
Okay, we definitely are going to continue to do versions of that though. But like, if you're like, man, I wish they would have listed every sigil, please comment YouTube, Spotify, wherever, so I could be like, see, we should have done it.
Yeah, sure. But I just imagine, and obviously, like I said, I could be wrong. If you are so interested that you're like, I need to know every sigil, you're going to go to the blog because the blog post does have every sigil.
I would think that I would just like want a podcast to tell me everything. But also that's because it's funny, we do this podcast.
Would you remember everything?
I don't
though?
like reading these blogs.
I feel like I would hear the third, after the third one, I'd forget.
But it's the same thing with reading. I read that list earlier and I don't remember any of it.
Yeah, I feel like
I read it at work and I'm like, did I read it all?
I would literally like get to like the third or fourth and be like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I would forget where I was.
Okay, well, first thing first. So among the most important changes this time around is you'll now be able to spend the Deadman points that you earn on sigils or permanent account unlocks, meaning no more late night ice barrage sessions chasing the one sigil you need to build to realize your perfect build. Naturally, this means that you don't look at me. This means you'll want to know how many points you can earn for various activities, how many points all the sigils will cost, which quests are auto completed, etc., etc. So yeah, there's tons of lists, guys. Get ready for it. We're just gonna skip through though.
That's honestly one of the sickest changes they could have done.
And buying the sigils.
Yeah, Mod Aiza, and I do agree with him from what I understand about Deadmans of past. So he said of all of the Deadmans, obviously he's gonna say that because he's a mod, but he does say that of the Deadmans, this is the most intriguing one for newer players, or it should be. Like it's the easiest to get into as a newer player. And,
it sounds like it. If you could buy your own stuff, you don't have to worry about the GE and all that.
Yeah, it's the most newer player friendly. So if you have been apprehensive of getting into Deadman or PvP in general, and you've like wanted to, then this is probably going to be one of, if not the best, Deadmans to actually give an attempt at. I personally am just not interested.
Mm-hmm.
I do have it in the very back of my head that one of these days I want to get into PvP to
I always think that
experience it
too.
for the first time, but I actually have a plan. It would be like me getting into PvP for like a month straight. Like it
Yeah.
would just be me like committing to becoming at least not bad at PvP.
I've thought about like locking into LMS because obviously I like green logging and that would be a free way to learn.
I guess so, but
But
I don't want LMS. I want like full on. I'm balls deep into like tribe breeding for 30 days straight.
oh my God. There's actually something cool in the island ideas that we'll get to later. That reminds me of that.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it sounds really cool.
It does sound cool,
That's
but
gonna be like 5 hours from now.
anyways, so I am not personally interested, but it does seem like he's correct that this is going to be way better to get into because, like he said, there were some big disparities and discrepancies between people's builds last year and years before as well, specifically because they didn't get lucky or they didn't have enough money to buy the sigils they wanted.
Yeah.
So now that hopefully shouldn't be as much of an issue.
I wonder if people are gonna be making a lot less money. Somehow people make money in main game during Deadman. I wonder if it's gonna be less so now that you don't have to go to the GE to buy sigils. I mean, you probably still will.
You probably will, but it's definitely going to be way less. Like
Yeah,
people would,
interesting.
shell out as much money as they could to buy the best or whatever they wanted sigils.
Yeah.
But sigils are, what she's alluding to is sigils are not tradable on the GE anymore.
They're not?
No, you buy them
Oh.
from the shop.
Previously, you could though from the GE, right?
Yeah, previously that's how you would get them. If
It's
you
gonna be
weren't
messing
lucky.
up some people's like main money makers during Deadman.
Yeah, you second guessing me makes me feel like I'm lying, so we're gonna have to double check. But
It might say.
I'm pretty sure because you can buy them from the shop, you can't sell them on the GE.
You'd think so, but I don't remember if it said that.
Yeah.
It wouldn't say till later anyway. Whatever. Tell us about the finale.
Okay, so we have the finale. It wouldn't be Deadman without an epic finale, and it wouldn't be Deadman final without a change in format because they do it different every single year. Falador's seen enough action to last a lifetime, arguably in poor taste considering the events of June 2006. Shout out to what's his Duriel.
Was that the first one?
I think so. So it's time to take this show on the road. Deadman Annihilation will feature another chaotic multi-combat finale taking place in the sunny shores of Damon's Crater. So this is similar to last year. Last year it was kind of like, mobs of people fighting each other. This is going to be similar, and it's on obviously Damon's Crater, like they said.
Yeah, it's also not Sunny Shores at all.
Yeah, so if you're like waiting for the epic 1v1s, that's not going to happen. It's group v group in mass.
So for the first part of the finale, all players will be split into 2 teams. All team members will share the same cape so that you can't damage your allies. No trying to be sneaky. And each team will spawn at opposite sides of the crater, one to the southwest, one to the southeast. Your goal will be to preserve your allies and push north towards the final area where the team will collide in a brutal showdown. This is also while you're like surrounded by lethal fog, by the way. So it's like, you have to run north.
Yeah, it's like
LMS does that, right?
yeah, like exactly like LMS.
So once the crowd has been thinned, alliances will be dissolved and it will turn into that 1v1 that people probably want. It's not going to be immediate though.
It'll be 1v1, but I meant like in years past we've had like explicitly people in cages 1v1 style stuff.
Oh, okay.
This is just more like it's going to be singles
I
combat.
forgot that they used to do that sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
this seems cooler.
This will be more a mass of singles.
Yeah, it's going to be a free-for-all. I mean, to be fair, I don't know if it actually says it's 1v1. It says an all-out free-for-all, so be ready to turn on your teammates at a moment's notice. Take out the competition, blend in the background until you are ready to strike. Do whatever you can to be the last player standing. It's Deadman, baby.
If I had to guess, it's going to be just mass singles plus.
I hope so.
So
So clans can't just.
I doubt it's going to be multi for the finale. I feel like that'd be just.
Yeah.
That'd be the opposite of what they're saying is going to happen.
So this part's kind of cool. Just like in previous years, they're going to run a finale for each combat bracket in a staggered fashion, so be able to participate in as many as you've got characters for. But keep in mind that the worlds are first come, first served, and be ready to log in before 1800 UTC on February 21st. Worlds will be open at 1500, so you have an hour. Worlds will be open at 1700 UTC, so you have an hour to reserve your spot.
Kind of rough if you like have work or if you barely miss it or something, or if the world is full. Yeah.
Oh, rough.
Anyways, if you're wondering what about the prizes, we've had big cash prizes in years previously. But this is going to be potentially disappointing.
What is better, cash or pride?
Some say,
I'd say cash.
yeah,
Too bad
I
for
think
me
a lot
though.
would say cash, but honestly, realistically, a lot would also deep down think it's pride.
No cash prize this year.
Yeah,
Only pride.
for a lot of people,
Oh
I
no.
think cash is pride incarnate.
Yeah.
So, anyways, you might be disappointed because this was not made lightly as far as decisions go, but there's not going to be any money this year.
It makes sense when they explain it.
Yeah, so this is going to be the most approachable yet, but they do say that while sigils do introduce a layer of complexity, there's no doubt that the lower stakes settings of a temporary game mode for players who are new to PvP, obviously that's what it's designed for. And it's important to us to develop a better pipeline into PvP in the main game, introduce new blood to one of old school's most historic communities. Deadman does remain exceptionally competitive and affords talented players and organized groups the opportunity to really show other players who's boss, but it's definitely less cutthroat than it was in the early days. Um, I don't really see their point behind this. This doesn't really iterate why they removed the cash prize.
I did
That's why I
think
wanted to read it for word.
they get more into. Okay. So data we've collected across annual surveys, community sentiment analysis, and even in-game opinion surveys suggests that the prize pool is not a significant driver for many players. So people don't join because of the prize pool.
Yeah.
While for players who avoid Deadman, there's a considerable amount of concern that the promise of real-world money encourages bad actors to cheat, be toxic, or break real-world laws around DDoSing to give them an edge in the competition.
True.
Valid, honestly.
Yeah.
Unless it was going to be like an in-person like LAN event, cash prize ain't it.
Yeah. Also, I was just joking. I was really taking the piss because that entire paragraph I read was like essentially useless. And the very small paragraph that you read was everything that they should have just said.
Your paragraph was actually explaining nothing.
Yes.
So what they're saying is you'd think that all these new players would want the cash. They don't. We're taking away the cash.
Yeah. So
Okay.
to decipher what those literal four paragraphs said, they were saying that we're tired of getting DDoS and you guys apparently don't like money that much. So we're going to get rid of it and hopefully it fixes everything.
Yeah, there are still going to be high score spots and in-game cosmetics to be earned for pursuing things, but no monies.
Yeah, last year there was less, but every year for the last 4 years there has been significant DDoSing. So I imagine money was definitely part of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyways, there are going to be Deadman points, like we've mentioned many times, and these are going to be the points that you spend on sigils and obviously cosmetics and everything else. So just like before, you'll be able to earn these doing pretty much everything.
Very reminiscent of leagues.
Yeah, they have like a few listed points here that tell you how many points you'll get, or kind of roughly. So you get points for dealing damage to any boss spawned from a breach. Also, there's like a daily cumulative, there we go, caps. So
I didn't see where it was. I was like, I truly don't know where you're going with that.
yeah, so essentially you can't just like, let it go forever, but they're essentially just fighting bosses, especially the breach bosses, getting levels, collection logs, and also clue completions. All of those things, including even more things like diaries, combat achievements, and regular boss kills.
Yeah. So boss kills, you get rewarded a lot, but after you get 100 KC, they stop giving you points. So you can't just like they say, you can't just stay at Barrows Brothers for 101 KC to farm points. It stops after 100.
Yeah. And like I said, so everything is like, there's a limit, but realistically for most people, you're probably not going to reach it unless there's like literally only one thing you do. Like if you're only killing breach bosses, or if you're only killing Scurious, then yeah, you'll reach it. But
I feel like people will reach it more than we think because they'll go dry on items that they need.
Maybe. The drop rate is really high though.
That's true. We're not getting to that yet though.
Yeah, so there are some shop unlocks, like we mentioned. This is how you get the sigils and stuff like that. But there's also other things too.
I don't even know where you were. Okay, so I'm just gonna read it word for word because I'm not good at that like him.
I mean, I can't say the word cumulative.
Yeah, that's fair. The section will detail how many points you'll need for the various shop unlocks. We put together a table to show off the unlock itself, what type of unlock it is, and a small description. For some of the new sigils, we might opt to keep their description secret until close to the event so that you have a reveal or two to look forward to.
It's a secret.
It's a secret. These can be purchased via the Deadman skull, so all you have to do is withdraw an item, click it, and get spinning. That means sigils no longer feature as Deadman's global loot table and must be purchased from the skull shop. That implies not GE. right?
I feel like
I feel like it implies it.
it implies it, and also unless there's the Mandela effect or something, I swear I read that you
They could have said it
couldn't.
on the blog or on the thing too, the stream.
Maybe, yeah. I swear I read that you couldn't GE any of the sigils.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know though.
But anyway,
They don't make it super clear here.
yeah. So for the table below, which we're just going to pick and choose random ones, permanent unlocks mean that you buy them and you'll benefit from their effects forever and cannot lose them on death. Attune unlocks mean that you'll have to attune them and can only have up to 3 equipped at a time. And toggle unlocks tend to be skilling focused and can be turned off and on, since there are some scenarios where you might prefer to leave them off.
Yeah.
So you're actually going to be able to get Ruinous Powers again, which is kind of cool. That was a prayer book that we were supposed to get in game, but no one was enthusiastic enough, so they canceled it.
Because it was straight up better than every like offensive
But it was
prayer we
funny
had.
because it was better, but still no one was really hype. We're like, oh, it's better, but like I might still just use the regular overrides to protect me all the way.
I think mostly the community was too apprehensive.
Mm-hmm. It was kind of weird. I like it for leagues and stuff. They've had in leagues too, but I don't think I want him in game as it is now.
Yeah, I do want to mention that this is really important, that a lot of the ones here that you would normally have not had permanently before are permanent. So like Death Strikes, Resistance, Infernal Chef, Onslaught, all of these ones are permanent. This is important because previously in years before, you could lose your sigils. Which meant that you only wanted to bring out certain ones or equip certain ones if you were doing certain things. And this, because they're permanent, you can just have them on and be way more confident while going about your business.
Yeah, there are still some that I'm assuming you could lose the attune ones.
Yeah, all of the attune ones you can lose.
Yeah.
So that's important. But there is a new one called Sigil of Eternal Belief.
Oh.
This is a utility one, and it makes it so that your prayer does not drain naturally and can be affected by prayer drain effects like Smite.
Interesting.
So that's really sick. That means like if you notice someone has this on, you have to smite them.
Weird.
Like you can't just let them have unlimited prayer.
Yeah.
Or you'll probably lose.
Another new one is Conclusion. This one's permanent too. So when killing an NPC, you receive 10% special attack energy. The NPC must be within 15 tiles of you, and you cannot have it in PvP combat in the last 24 seconds.
Yeah. Honestly, a lot of these are really sick. Some of the ones that are like attunable ones are like a rigorous ranger. So your accuracy is increased by plus 20, and you have a 50% chance of saving ammo when using ranged weapons, except for Chinchompas. So like if you were to use that, then it's an attune one. So you could lose it.
Yeah.
And I think it doesn't say what happens to attune ones when you lose it, but we might get to that in just a minute.
We'll see. I did want to mention this new attune one that, I mean, it's new. It's called Sigil of the Gods. The 3 god spells gain plus 10% damage in additional effects. So Flames of Zamrock has a 10% chance to cause a burn effect. Claws of Guthix will lower the target's defense level equal to 50% of the damage dealt. And Saradomin Strike drains the enemy's prayer points by 30% of the damage done.
Yeah.
Oh, a little spicy. You might want to use that Ivan staff.
Wait, this one actually looks insane. This is an old one, but it looks insane. It's called Pious Protection. So, or no. Where is it?
I scrolled and he lost it.
I did lose it.
No. Do you remember what it was about?
Oh, it was this one, Adroit.
Oh, okay.
So this is a combat one, and this is attuned. So it increases your accuracy by 1% against players and NPCs for each hit point you're missing. So this means that if your max HP is 99 and you're sitting at 50 HP, you'll gain 49% accuracy against enemies. And below 20, while below 20 health, the accuracy multiplier is 2% instead of 1%. So if you're like,
whoa, like a Darox,
if you're walking around trying to like Darox bomb someone, you would be incredibly accurate.
That's crazy.
Obviously, you can just immediately get specced out, but like, or not even spec, you could just get like tapped and die at that point. But
still kind of cool.
You could actually smack a few people.
A few of the toggle ones they have listed down here, they're all related to skilling. So like one example is Enhanced Harvest. You always gain 3 times resources from mining, fishing, woodcutting, farming, things similar to that. We also have quest lamp ones, of course. It's just completing different quests for you and different storylines. You won't be rewarded the XP from these, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but you get the
Okay.
You just get the completion. So if you want to go like to DT 1 or 2 or whatever, then you can just auto complete that if you don't want to go through the whole quest line.
It says that you can buy multiple of the same sigil or quest lamp, but you'll be able to sell them back to the shop by using them on the Deadman skull. So if you accidentally misclick, don't worry, you're not going to like lose everything. This makes me wonder, can you sell them at the GE? I don't
I don't
know.
think so, because why else would you be able to sell them back?
Well, it's just weird that you can even buy one or more than one.
Well,
You
no,
could sell it back because you want the
you can
points.
lose the attune.
Oh yeah, duh. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway. No. Oh yes. I can't read.
No, yes.
No.
No, yes.
And I guess you could lose the quest lamp before you actually use it.
Speaking of yes, we got some rewards. So these are all really cool rewards, and they
They
have
are.
some prices for them if you're wondering. The first one's going to be the wilderness themed POH, and this is 15,000 points.
The Deadman Annihilation home telly animation is 10,000 points.
And also, before we get too much, well, there's two more, but if anyone's wondering where the points come from, you get these, they carry over from the main game. So if you have these carry over from the main game, and the points you get come from like the actual league itself.
So from like the tasks, like we mentioned earlier.
Yes, exactly. Because I know some people still
And you buy
aren't-
stuff in main game. That's what you mean.
Yes.
Whenever you first said it, I thought you meant you get your points in main game. And I was like, that's not true.
No, so it says the points that you earn will carry over to the main game.
Yes.
That's what I wanted to be clear on, because I feel like every year I see people like not sure how to spend
They're
their
like,
points
where's
or whatever.
the shop?
Yeah,
These also
exactly.
are all tradable though. So you can buy them from the GE afterwards if you don't play.
Yeah, and also if you do manage to like lose one of your recolors or something, you can go to Nigel in the in Lumbridge and then get another set and then recolor it with your Deadman Annihilation theme for free.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the other things are recolors for the Toxic Staff at Dead, for the Bofa, and for Crystal Armor. It's 12,000 points for a scroll. One scroll can recolor all of them listed, so you don't have to buy multiple.
Nice. That's super sick.
Mm-hmm.
And lastly, that they said they want you to remember that spending skull points in the skull shop does not impact your Deadman points. I'm pretty sure they're one and the same.
But
Like let's say you get 10,000 skull points in Deadman and you spend them. That doesn't matter. You'll still have those 10,000 points to spend
Yeah.
on the prizes after.
it kind of seems like the prizes after, my impression, I could be so off, is just everything you've ever gotten, doesn't matter how much you have currently.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So
I
like
think.
if you've gotten 50,000 total and you've spent 50,000 in Deadman, it doesn't matter. You'll still have the 50,000 to spend for your reward shop.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Ruinous power changes. So they did get a little different this time with the ruinous powers. So there's the first of the changes is dampen magic, range, and melee no longer make the player receive 10% extra damage.
That's kind of cool.
I was like,
I
we'll go back
like
and
that
forth.
because before
I don't remember what it does, to be honest.
no, it was the same thing as overheads, except it wasn't as effective.
Overheads
as
were bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
The next one is Glacey's Vow now only works against NPCs.
Ancient Will now provides plus 3% magic damage.
And Trinitas provides +2.
Rebuke now increases recoil damage by 10%. It's down from 50%.
Kind of big.
Wow.
Decimate provides 30% attack, up from 25.
Annihilate provides 30% range attack, also up from 25.
Vaporizes 30% magic, up from 25.
And Intensify now provides plus 50% accuracy in all combat style, up from 40%.
Cool.
That's crazy.
So, I mean, Ruinous Powers, for anyone that doesn't know, it's very strong. It has always been very strong. It might be something you want to get, and it's permanent, so it's a good thing to have.
Yeah. I kind of love this next thing.
Okay.
It's the Deadman's Chest. I don't do PvP, so maybe this sucks, but I think it sounds cool.
This is the new specific mechanic for Deadman Annihilation.
Yeah, it says Deadman's Chest is brand new to Deadman Annihilation. We mentioned our overview, but want to double down on the specifics. So when an NPC with at least 30 hit points die, there's a rare chance that it will spawn a Deadman's Chest. In single-way combat, the chest takes 60 seconds to open without any thieving requirements. And multi-way, it takes 30 seconds to open without any thieving requirements. An enemy will be spawned alongside the chest that you'll likely want to deal with before opening it. When you're attempting to open it, any form of combat, PvM or PvP, will interrupt and reset the timer, as will inventory actions like eating or drinking. Deadman.
I was going to say, I guess you could freeze it.
You could freeze.
The enemy that spawns with it.
You could, but I mean, stuff doesn't freeze that long. Unless you get
Tangle
stuck
work?
on the other side. I don't think anything does that long, does it?
I have no idea. I don't know how long Tangle works
Maybe
for.
it'd be one of those things that, that's stuck on the other side of the chest and it just stays there.
Or Tangle or
stays there.
Snare. I forgot which one it was.
I have no idea. I don't use
Either way.
them. It cannot spawn in instances. If it is in a spawn where it'd be impossible to open, like Scurrius or DKs or something, it's just going to instead spawn outside the area where they're located. You must be risking at least 100k to open the chest. If you have immunity or PvP protection, you cannot open it. The first player to open it will receive a guaranteed drop of the following. Will you, Rover?
Sure. So it's either the Trinket of Advanced Weaponry, Trinket of the Dead,
Undead.
of the Undead, sorry. Morgan's Throwing Axes, 100, and Morgan's Javelins, 100, or any piece of Ancient Warrior's Armor, being Vesta, Stadius, Morgan, or Zuriel's.
Cool.
Yeah.
You can also get the
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think you saw these ones.
The best item.
You can also get the Thunder Kapesh. Do you want to tell me what that is? I know you really like the Thunder Kapesh.
So the Thunder Kopesh is like one of the sickest melee items ever introduced into the game. It's an item that has...
It's usually for leagues.
Yeah, so the Thunder Kopesh is a like kind of like a recurve sword. Anyways, what it's sick about it is that it has a chance to just spawn lightning bolts whenever it hits someone, and also you can combo that with its 60% energy spec that straight up spawns more lightning bolts. Usually does damage in an area to everything within the area up to like a few enemies. So very strong.
Very strong.
Very, very strong.
The next is the Dog Sword. It's just a combination of all the God Swords, but for PvP specifically, the Ancient God Sword effect has had its healing effect reduced. So it's not quite as busted, but still obviously pretty busted.
Yeah, and the Thunder Kopesh also had its spec reduced in PvP.
Yeah. Other gameplay changes. So these are small fixes, just a heads up, yada yada. For Deadman Annihilation only, they reiterate that multiple times, by the way, only Deadman Annihilation. The Rev Caves have been given a makeover. Players entering the southern entrance will be able to fight Revs in a singles plus area, just like main game. Players entering in the northern entrance will be able to fight Revs in multi-combat. These two sections of the cave are blocked off from each other, so you can't even run from one to the other. And the number of Revs within the accessible parts of the caves have been increased to compensate. There are no additional benefits for killing the multi-combat versions, but we understand that as players wind down over the course of the event, it might be a bit fun to fly into the caves and find some fights.
Sure.
To reiterate, this change is solely for Deadman Annihilation.
Yeah. Anyways, on a related note, they fixed a bug where in Deadman Armageddon, there were loot multipliers were resulting in Revenants dropping a ton of stuff. That's been fixed.
Cool. And then there's going to be tons of quests auto-completed. I'm not even going to read all these. But some good ones are like Warfall Quest, Witch's House. Wait, those aren't good because now you don't get that
That's
XP.
not good. Yeah. It's like
actually
DS1 that you can immediately buy Rune if you want.
Okay. Fairy Tales unlocked immediately.
Yeah, so you can teleport around.
Barbarian Training, so
Children
you could break
of the
your
Sun,
thing.
you can go there.
Yada, yada.
Yeah, you know, the typical stuff.
In PvP, all single instances of damage are capped at 85 with the exception of Darox. Darox gonna go crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Also, spell icons will have their spell resizing enabled, as is the case in the main game outside of the wilderness. So,
It's really nice.
yeah, it's I don't know why they. I mean, I know why, but that's not typically how it is in PvP.
Yeah. Private Godware dungeon instances are disabled for Deadman Annihilation. Additionally, kill count obtained in the dungeon will not wipe when you leave the area. I did like
Nice.
that part.
Yeah. Once you're done with the tutorial, you can choose any of the following starting locations: Varrock, Lumbee, East Ardoyne, Gnome Stronghold, or Corinne Castle.
On your first login, you'll be provided with a number of items, including a Deadman starter pack. Once you've opened it, your setup should include 30 untradeable tune in your bank, 12 untradeable in your inventory, a chronicle with 10 tally cards, a looting bag, an early game cape with some combat bonuses, some starter weapons, body armor and leg armor, and a Drummond staff.
Huge. Also, items obtained from Tutorial Island will be placed in your bank, not in your inventory, because
Nice.
no one's going to use those.
Yeah. The global loot table accessed by killing any NPC out of an instance has been adjusted and can now drop all kinds of things, including stuff from clue scrolls like God Dehides and Chaps, potions, uncut gems.
Dragonstone bolts enchanted.
Yeah, blighted ice sacks, just tons of different cool things, to be honest. For NPCs with a combat level of 50 or more, there's also a rare sub-table that drops Mage's Book, Master Wand, any piece of Ancient Warrior armor.
Pretty good. So
Very
essentially, they're
cool.
just saying, if you're not sure what to do, go and kill mobs.
Yeah, that's probably what I would do too.
Everything will give you an advantage.
That's pretty sick.
Also, shop stocks are acting differently depending on the shop, but the general rule of thumb is that generic shops like the general stores, rune shops, refresh their stock at a rapid rate or fully restock when their interface is closed and reopened. So it's kind of like leagues in that way, where just everything is ramped up way more. They know there's a billion Ironmen that exist, so
Yeah.
it doesn't work like normal.
Some, though, like Fortunato's wine stall, weirdly act like normal.
Okay.
Players can now use noted tele cards on the Chronicle.
And maniacal monkeys in the tunnels, unlocked during MM2, have had their rate at which they provide supply drops reduced.
Looting bags are now common drops from all monsters.
Supply drops from skilling actions now occur at a rate of 1 in 1k instead of 1 in 500.
Since bank keys are removed, players' risks will be indicated by skulls above their heads, similar to Bounty Hunter. So bronze is 200k or less, and red is more than 800. Nope, 8 mil, for example. Not
Yeah.
800. Oh my god.
Yeah, so if you see someone
Plenty
running,
in between.
running around with a red skull above their head and you're a bronze skull,
Run.
you might just want to not be there.
Just run.
Any quest items that are, or actually you're looking for a a big payday. Who knows? Any quest items that are obtained from automatic quests, such as quest lamps and stuff like that, can be reclaimed indefinitely from the combat tutor in Lumbridge, except for Ivan's staff, crystal shield, crystal bow, which can only be obtained once.
Okay. Starter packs no longer provide a free sigil once per day. Instead, you'll be granted some points on login to purchase it from the shop.
Note that you will still be able to choose one of the typical combat sigils for free when logging in for the first time, such as Ruthless Ranger, Formidable Fighter, and Menacing Mage.
Starter packs no longer provide 5,000 gold.
And in your magic autocast settings, remember which spell you use when switching weapons if you haven't attacked another player in the last 20 ticks.
When getting a kill in single combat, you'll be reminded periodically in the chat box how much immunity time you have left until you can be attacked by another player. Immunity is removed when telling or logging out.
And we said this last week, but PJ timers are 24 seconds, or 24 ticks, not 20.
Nile shards and regular spirit shields have been made more common from Nex and Corp.
And you'll be able to enter a raid whilst in combat.
My god.
Note that the bank chest inside a chamber's instance will be disabled for Annihilation, so it's not like a safe chest.
Yeah. Players who have PvP protection active or very low risk wealth will not be able to enter raid areas such as it's just
Birthman
outside of
has
I don't know how to pronounce that. Yeah. Or any of the lobbies. Meaning would-be raggers or scouts shouldn't be able to dip in and out of raids with zero retaliation to harass people.
Good. And the respawn times for item spawns and NPCs is much faster.
Godbooks obtained from completing Horror of the Deep quests will be automatically completed.
Thank God.
Right?
The Archaeus library is closed, and all related diary tasks are auto-completed.
The Infiltrator's shop is receiving some changes. So the Ancient Scepter has been added.
And items purchased from the trader are noted if possible.
Halo's purchased from Infiltrator can no longer be alchemized.
And player's default respawn point is the GE.
That's nice. Experience is now granted even when you're inside instance, though only at a 3 times rate. As a result, no more Nightmare Zone.
GG. Slayer XP is exempt from this, though. You'll always be granted full XP for Slayer as long as it's within your brackets modifier.
Yeah, so it's not going to be like in-game. It's still going to be faster, don't worry. Wilderness Slayer will provide significantly fewer tier 5 emblems.
And also, the logout delay will not apply if you're logging out in a safe zone.
Hit points requirements will not apply to Amulet of Rancor, Confliction Gauntlets, or any Zenite jewelry.
And Blighted Overloads now deal 10 damage to you, down from 25, and they reduce your defense to 90%, up from 80.
The Elder Chaos Druid of the Chaos Temple will be able to unnote your bones.
And items above a certain value cannot be banked outside of a safe zone if you've been in combat within the last 60 seconds.
There's no longer delay for consuming food or pots after closing your bank on a safe zone.
And creating the Emberlight, Purging Staff, and Scorching Bow will not require completion of While Gothic sleeps. So, yeah, though you'll still need to finish the quest if you want to fight Tormented Demons.
Or buy it from the GE.
Yeah.
Some ladders that lead to overpowered 1x1 hiding spots in Shazian are under maintenance, so you can't go there to hide.
Under maintenance.
I would for sure do that if I could.
Wintertod and Temperos are now safe.
Cool. A Whiz Guard, yes, you're reading that right, will freeze you for a short duration if you run into a guarded area while skulled.
Wizguard. Crazy. If you're skulled and teleport using a portal in your POH, you'll be warned that's not safe.
You'll be warned if it is safe.
You'll be warned if your destination is safe.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, that's because you're skulled in this case. That makes sense.
Oh, I misread it too. I just thought it was silly. PK Skull Prevention has been enabled in Deadman. That enablement is on by default. It can be turned off in the setting menu in the same fashion as main game.
The Wilderness Agi course, those laps count. The lap count does not reset when you leave, so you just have infinite Wilderness Agility course laps.
Zolra's cap damage of 50 has been removed.
Big. And the Trinket of Vengeance has been removed.
We fixed the bug where players stood on top of fairy rings could not attack back while frozen.
And the Eclipse Atlatl and Archon Blade have had their burn damage reduced from 15 to 10.
Minnow fishing requires 100k fee to access the platform.
Yep.
I think we mentioned that last week, actually.
Yep. But that's
That's
it.
so much.
A lot of changes.
Thank you so much for sticking with us there throughout the Deadman. And now, the most important thing of all, we're getting a cow boss.
Are you excited for Deadman though? Are you gonna play it?
I'm not going to play. It
Oh,
does sound like it'd
GG.
be more enjoyable, though.
Yeah.
But what I am excited for is cow boss.
Sure. Yeah, so if you are keen on taking the bull by the horns, then you actually are going to be really excited about this because there's going to be a new boss in the game. Very random.
It's not actually a cow, it's technically a bull, but I'm excited. This is going to be a repeatable boss once you've completed a brand new free-to-play early game quest, with both being created for the sole purpose of a true low-level boss.
This is the only repeatable boss in free to play.
Oh, I guess Obor and Brio, you still have to have keys, huh?
Yep.
Wow. In
loot.
free to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, did the okay. Anyway, it says here new players will have some work to do before getting a proper feel for combat with other early ones like Scurrius and stuff, obviously. So this boss, true early level, can be fought as early as your first few hours into the journey.
Yeah, so that means that it doesn't require overheads. It doesn't require
Presumably. Much.
No, it's no way, dude. So yeah, it's assumedly going to teach you the very basics of bossing.
I don't even know what it's going to teach us.
Yeah, I think it's going to teach you like movement and stuff like that. If I had to guess,
Probably.
maybe switching weapons.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, the boss is not going to be challenging. Just make sure to stay light on your feet and watch your flank. Your life is at stake.
Got him. That in mind, there's an utterly delightful selection of rewards you can get from fighting it. So please know all the rewards being offered outside of the cowbell amulet, rump steak, and bull bones are members only. I'm sorry, I couldn't. They just sound so goofy. So some stuff are gonna be free to play though. Like we'll get to it. So cowbell amulet. This is untradeable. This is gonna be upon completion of the quest. This is actually like a kind of good.
This is cool.
Yeah, I could use this for trail skipping. So this is a teleport that lands you right into the iconic East Cowpen in Lumbridge. So you don't have to go and like run back or walk back or whatever. Charge us with air runes and it will give early game players a nice telly that makes travel a bit nicer. It also lets you milk cows one tick quicker. I like that. I fear people could actually vote no on that though.
No, that's insane.
You think so?
That is insane.
I mean, because I guess there is already a free telly, but I just think people will be like, it's a free telly.
No, I was gonna
Looks
say
cute.
because like obviously getting law runes. Right, I just started a new Iron Man.
Oh yeah.
And so I was dealing with the teleport thing. It's like one, you can only teleport once every 30 minutes. And besides that, you're either making money early on, which can be difficult, especially as an Iron Man. And then you have to. The only easy place to get law runes is I ran to 50 wildy, went to the mage arena, and then bought them there.
Is that what you did?
That's what you
so
have to
funny.
do. There's like no easy way to get law runes unless you're
Hilarious.
like telegramming them.
Mm-hmm.
Or not telegramming. Yeah, telegramming. But yeah, so I think this would be sick just to even like quest early on and stuff like that.
The next one's kind of sick too.
Yeah, so the next one is rump steaks. It's just a new food that heals for 10 hit points, pretty similar to tuna.
That's crazy a few hours in though.
Yeah, I
you
mean,
only have
for
10
sure.
hit points.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, not a few hours in.
the rump steak looks like it will be tradable. Bull bones, though, will be untradeable. This is going to be another consistent drop. It'll work similar to giant bones from Obor and Briofita. Consider it bovine blessings.
Bovine.
I was going to say, I don't even know what that means.
A bovine is like I think it's the scientific, but it's another word for cow.
I knew it was something related to cows. That's why I said it. Next one's really good.
This is the best part. So this is cow slippers. These are tradable, and there's 4 different variants because there's 4 different types of cows. We have the brown, the dark brown, then we have the brown with white spots, and we have the black with white spots.
I kind of just like the black and white because I love a classic cow.
I like the brown and white.
Yeah. I saw someone saying Moose said like the cappuccino, which I'm assuming is like the brown with the lighter brown.
Yeah.
And that one is very pretty too. They're honestly, they all look really good, but I'm basic.
The brown with the light color on it, the cappuccino one, as you said.
Yeah.
It looks
Kinda like a
like it looks like too much like a giraffe for me to like really like
That's
it.
true. I saw the black and white one, which while it is my favorite, I thought looked like a zebra.
Yeah, I like
They're all gonna look different in game,
I like
surely.
the brown with the white.
Yeah. I mean, if you see them from the side in the other picture, they look more like cows, but this head on.
Yes.
Anyway.
Utterly fantastic.
Utterly. Moving on to these are gonna be members only. Bottomless milk bucket. This is untradeable. Are you tired of keeping all your milk in separate places? Have you always wanted a centralized, unlimited space for all your milk-based products? Did the Game Jam team spend a full day centralizing milk products in Old School's base coat? Having gone too far to turn back, look no further than the bottomless milk bucket. It will give you just that and let you upgrade everyone's favorite grind, butter churning.
Big.
Big.
Nice.
I remember the other day you actually were like, F word, I forgot to get milk or something. Like in game, like you forgot to grab it to milk
Yeah,
a cow. If you
probably.
had this, bottomless
I
supply.
would have had to have killed the boss first.
Bottomless
but yeah,
supply.
true. The next one is arguably the most divisive of all the items. It's
I didn't read
an
this.
untradeable first ever free to play
No,
offhand.
this would be members.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, members. It should be free to play. Because it doesn't give you any plus max hits in free to play. From the math that I've seen. So, anyways, this is the earliest level, what we'll say, offhand weapon that you can get. So this
Yeah.
is equivalent to a steel defender. It doesn't give you many stats. It gives you about 5 to 7 stab or slash accuracy, crush as well.
I need to check now. Is this free to play as well?
1 melee strength.
I'm just okay.
Yes, it is members only.
Wait, outside of okay, so just the amulet, stake, and bones are free to play. It's called the muleta. Were you not even gonna say that?
It is called the muleta.
I don't get what what that part is about, but it looks like a cute little thing. Like it looks like a little bell.
Because it looks like a stiletto. So I was like, I don't know if it's a play on stiletto or.
I don't think it is, but I like where you're going with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Muleta.
Finally, most importantly, this boss will have a pet, but kind of weird. Okay, there's also gonna be combat achievements, combat achievements. I don't know how to pronounce their puns, man. You guys, there's a secret. This bull has a crazy secret. There's a hard version.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could only get the pet from the hard version. Probably.
Yes, actually.
I didn't hear that part of the summit. He did, and I came back at the end because I was like getting a soda or something.
Yeah, the pet only comes, as far as I know, from the hard mode version of this boss, and this boss's hard mode version will actually be significantly difficult.
Yeah, like a real boss.
They put it on the same level as Awakened Desert Treasure 2 bosses.
I'm hoping that's a joke. Because it's a cow. I want a cow.
I mean, just get good.
I just need to get
have
good.
a cow.
Because I'm like, okay, I did Scurrius. Now I'm doing goal. Is this going to be the next grind? But apparently it might be hard. We'll see.
Yeah, apparently it is going to be very difficult. And if you're wondering, like, man, I hope we get this boss soon. Well, assuming all of these questions pass, because everything we've talked about is a poll question.
Of course.
It will be out next month.
Yeah, they were saying at least on...
I just got logged out.
There's actually no way the RuneScape sound just started. Anyway, they were saying next month on the stream, but now on the blog it says spring. I don't know. I'm counting in February now. They said it live. No takesies backsies.
Yo, Mod Arcane made it seem like it's coming out in 2 weeks.
Yeah. And then they were like, whoa, hold on. Don't put that on the blog.
Like literally I think literally they were throwing out.
They were like, yeah, February?
Yeah, they're saying like a week or 2.
Oh, I hope so. Well, I don't think it'll be quite that quick because we need the poll, but I hope in February.
Like, okay, either way, it seems like they got this update like locked and loaded.
Yeah, I'm so ready for this, dude.
Yeah, speaking of getting locked in though.
Oh, I'm so sad Robert can't actually do this, really.
We have Leagues 6 Demonic Pacts.
So exciting.
The big reveal. Real quick though, before we move on to to Leagues, we have Deadman. I did want to make a quick clarification. It's the next day and I've done a little bit more research because I know we sounded unsure and I'm not 100%, but I do have some more information. So quick, probably the biggest change from last league to this league is the fact that
last Deadman to this Deadman.
Yeah, last Deadman to this Deadman is that 1, you're not going to be losing items from your bank anymore. So that's really good. And 2 is that unfortunately or fortunately, it's going to essentially act like a high risk world. So what that means is whenever you die, it pretty much acts like you're skulled no matter what.
Yeah, he got this info from the wiki, which for some reason had more information than the blog.
Yeah, so for anyone that's wondering what that means is someone did ask Mod Goblin for a little bit of clarification, because recently World 45, which is the permanent Deadman world, had a change so that if you die and you have untradables like a Dragon Defender, for
Mm-hmm.
example, that item used to break and then you would just repair it and you could use it.
Yeah.
Now it is destroyed.
Oh.
And it as far as I can like tell, Mod Goblin was essentially like, yeah, it should work like World 45. So your untradables should destroy upon any death, because
Spicy.
all of your deaths are essentially high risk deaths in Deadman. So I don't know if it's going to be worth it to go for like a bunch of untradables.
Yeah. The other thing,
Yeah.
sigils, if you could sell them.
Oh, I was going to say also the
Oh.
last thing on that is this, obviously if the item can be Truver parchmented,
Mm-hmm.
then that's not the case.
Okay, so try to use that.
Yeah. And also yeah, like Michelle said, for what was it?
If you could sell the sigils, because we
Yeah,
were really
so
uncertain.
sigils
And I forgot what you told me earlier.
sigils have their own panel. I thought potentially we weren't sure if you could sell them or not. Sigils have their own panel and their own UI. So there's no selling, there's no trading. You simply unlock them through this UI.
Oh, you can't lose
And they're not items. You can't get them from enemies. You just simply unlock them using the skulls, and that's how you get them. So just a quick clarification on all that. And also
Any PvPers listening to us earlier probably like, what are you guys talking about?
yeah, I mean, to be fair, don't come to us for PvP advice.
Don't.
But and lastly, the sigils, the permanent ones you unlock and they're always active. The attuned ones you can have up to 3 active, and I think we said you might be able to lose them. No, you don't lose them. You just choose which 3 are active. It doesn't matter. You can never get rid of them. And then the toggle ones, again, you can have as many active as you want at any time for the toggled ones. You just choose whether they're on or not. You don't lose them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so some quick clarifications before we go into Leagues 6.
League 6. So anyway, quick rundown if you have not run leagues before. This is a temporary game mode that lasts for 8 weeks. I mean, remember that 1 year they extended it to like 12.
Yeah.
Where you begin your journey as a brand new Iron Man. It's on a separate save. Don't worry, you're not going to actually be like messing up your main account. With an experience multiplier and a list of tasks by your side, you can choose how you want to progress. By completing tasks, you unlock powerful relics, or in this case, packs, which, by the way, the Sage is not running this leagues. This leagues is run by Yama. Interesting. So anyway, these relics will change the way you play, allowing you to do things you wouldn't be able to do in a normal game, like automatically banking items you acquire, powerful tellies, and more. I love the relics. They're always so good.
Yeah, they're definitely really cool. But yeah, this has a XP multiplier, just like Deadman. So you'll be getting XP and drops way more than normal. So obviously take advantage of that with your planning if you're having any.
In leagues, you are locked to one region initially. As you progress through the list of available tasks and earn more points, you'll be able to earn the ability to unlock additional regions. Be warned, you cannot unlock them all. I think usually you can get like 3 extras,
Yeah,
not counting
usually,
Mithlin, and Karamja.
Yeah, usually the first 2 are given to you, and then usually Misthalin and Karamja, and then you get to unlock the next 3.
Yeah. So some specifics for everyone. Everyone's an iron, no trading, etc. You'll start with accelerated XP rate of 5 times, which will increase. Unlimited run energy, love that. You'll automatically have a certain amount of quests and achievement diary tasks completed to access specific things. You have to choose between 3 relics within the league tutorial, and these are permanent, cannot be changed. These are, I'm assuming, the melee range or mage ones.
Yeah.
More relics can be unlocked by obtaining more points. Tasks are broken up between easy to master, with higher the tier giving more points. Some of like the easy ones that they do a lot is cutting the potato tree in Lumbridge and stuff like that. It's like an easy one. Day 1 leagues, everyone running around doing these first tasks is the most fun I've like ever had in this game. So
Oh, okay, cool.
I don't know if I'm exaggerating. I love it though.
Yeah.
What else has changed?
Yeah, so a few things have changed. Typically, you do start in Misthalin, except for the Shattered League, where you started in Catherby. This time around, it's similar because you're not going to be starting in Misthalin.
I wonder where we're gonna start.
Yeah, so I think, okay, this is a
speculation,
but also they've kind of hinted at this. I think there's going to be a special starting area that is like Yama themed.
Well, they did say that much.
Oh, they do say that. So this isn't speculation.
No. Do you want to say that for the starting area first, or just go on the area locking?
No, I was gonna say that after the starting area, I'm guessing you're gonna get like either a choice
That'd be interesting.
Or I honestly just think you're going to get given a choice.
Yeah. I don't know, because they don't say, they just say Yama isn't ready to start giving you the details.
Yeah, so they straight up don't tell us anything else. They don't even hint at anything as far as I could tell. You do get Karamja for free, but not right away. They did mention that you do get Karamja for free within the first few hours of playing, so assumedly there's just a few things to like show you how area unlocking works, and then they'll give it to you for free.
Yeah.
But like I said, there is a starting area. It's going to be Yama themed, and it's just going to be like Yama's lair. It's a new version. It's not in the game. It's a brand new area that is specifically for leagues.
Probably
And,
will only be here for leagues.
yeah, and then he sends you off into the world. So
Yeah,
you'll
but
be,
you can see the sage in his arena. It says locked up in Nan's favorite holiday destination. So the sage is in a cage.
yeah, sage in a cage.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't realize it rhymed.
Yeah. Boss variants and the rewards are going to be back. So anyone that missed last league and the echo bosses, which are boss variants,
They're so
very,
fun.
very, very, very good. And honestly, super enjoyable.
Did you kill the echo versions? You did, right?
Did I kill what?
The echo versions? Oh, you did at least some.
Yeah, I killed Cerberus before you.
You did.
And I killed DKs before you.
Oh, what was the third one you got? Or did you not get the third area?
It was GG's and I killed it, but
okay.
I just didn't
yeah,
farm
we
it.
all had all the same areas.
Yeah. But yeah, all of those are going to be back. I don't know if
Probably different
if they're going to
versions.
drop the same items or what, but they are going to be back relatively. They don't say that whether there's new ones or not. Yeah, it says you might not see all the rewards from last league return, and it said some new friends taking their place. So actually, yeah, maybe there's going to be different echo bosses from last time.
Fun. Demonic Pacts, the other very popular area is Combat Masteries, a complementary system that came alongside relics that focused on purely combat and gave some interesting and unique boost. The system will be making a return this league, but with some exciting, less linear changes. They're going to share more later. It's still a secret.
Yeah, so I think this is the best improvement for leagues thus far, probably, because previously you'd have to choose between dealing more damage or having a better time skilling.
Oh,
And
yeah, that was kind of frustrating.
with this improvement for last league and this league now, it makes it so that you can still get your achievements and improvements for skilling, and then also just as a side benefit, get also extra damage. So it's nice. And what they're saying is before you kind of had to be locked into like melee first or ranged first or whatever you're doing. It was best to get it to max rank. I'm guessing it's going to be, you're going to be able to jump around more.
I hope so, because you could jump around last time, but like you wanted to at least get max in one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to explain how League's last time worked. It was kind of complicated.
Yeah,
but
it's irrelevant, but whatever.
Sailing is not going to be in Leagues, by the way.
Yeah.
They want stuff to be new skills, any potential new skills we have to be in the game for around 12 months before they put in temporary game modes. So no sailing.
Yeah, no sailing. That's mostly because they want you or whatever, whoever,
To truly
experience the new skill, whatever skill it is, to truly experience it the way it was meant to be experienced the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Which
obviously,
is not in Leagues.
yeah, obviously not with 5x multiplier. Anyways, we have exciting stuff, which is the rewards.
Favorite part of Leagues, they always have the coolest rewards. So classic rewards are the Demonic Pacts outfit. I like their little joke. The devil does indeed dig a bit of Prada. So they're kind of like black robes with like a red hood on it, just getting like more and more menacing with each version. And
You got a pimp cane.
yeah, and you have a pimp cane if you get the last one. So in the first one, like you could see your whole face. The second one, half your face is shadowed with red eyes. And then in the last one, your face is all a shadow with red eyes and just pointy teeth. And I'm like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And you get pimp cane.
You also get the classic Demonic Pacts banner, which is a flaming banner with Yama on it. And of course, the trophy for which place you finish in, from bronze all the way up to dragon, for those of you that place a contract in the trophy. Oh,
Yeah, you can
that's
put it in
cool.
the dragon.
Yeah, so yeah, it's just like every year. If you really want to go all out, then you can get rewarded for it with a big flex item
I
for
kind
your
of want a
POH.
dragon again. It took me to like literally the last day last time because I started to get over it.
You really waited.
Next one is the home tally. This is actually one of my favorite rewards. I
Yeah.
think it's cool.
You get dragged to hell.
Yeah, you get dragged to hell. A bunch of imps spawn around you, get a demonic summoning circle, and then it like drags you into flames, and then they all poof away.
Yeah.
I think that's so fun. It's so cute. I'm sure that like some maybe really religious people don't love this theme. And
Yeah,
I could see
probably not.
that.
Yeah, anyways, you get Yama's throne. It is a
Gosh.
POH demonic throne override, and it looks just like the one from the in-game, but it's smaller, obviously, to fit your house.
That'd be cool if it was Yama sized
That
for
would
no
be cool.
reason. Next one is also one of my favorites is the demonic minions. These are thrall overrides. So there's going to be a melee one that they actually gave like horns to look like Yama and swing a little axe. The ranged one has little like pointy horns and is carrying a bunch of arrows. And then a little magic imp that has 3 eyes and is holding a staff. And these are the new thralls. I love them.
Very good. And then lastly, we have the weapon ornaments kit.
These are pretty cool.
This is the ornament kit for the Trident of the Seas, Trident of the Swamp, Ivan's Staff, and Soul Reaper Axe, with additional special effects for the Trident spell as well as Ivan's Blast spell.
What's your favorite?
Um,
I
this
remember you're
is-
hyping one of these up.
Okay, I was hyping it up, but I've taken it back.
Oh?
I actually have a problem with the one that I previously
Okay,
was
tell
hyping
everyone
up.
what you were previously.
So originally, I thought the Soul Reaper Axe looked cool.
I do think it looks cool.
I think it looks cool, but I have a big problem, and I wish they would undo it because, okay, anyone that knows what the Soul Reaper axe looks like, it is not a headsman's axe. It is specifically a single-sided axe,
Yeah.
which, let's not get it twisted. These are two very different axes. A headsman's axe is a two-sided axe, which is what they're showing here.
So I didn't realize until I read this blog, because I'm oblivious, is that the ornament kit is to look like Yama's
Yes.
axe.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's why it's so different.
That makes sense, but also
Kinda
that
doesn't
is
make
a just completely different weapon at that point.
It actually makes me feel a little bad. I like how it looks still, and I still like it. But it does make me feel bad because that was a player designed thing. And now they're putting an ornament kit on top of it. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, but there also people have brought up that there were alternate player designed versions of demonic Soul Reaper axes in the past that
Oh.
are good looking as well and thematic. So they honestly, I think they should switch it because I think changing weapons and the style of them is kind of cool, but changing the entire like weapons lineage
Mhm.
essentially is like I'm not a big fan of it. Like we're playing a fantasy game, I get it, but also I think like kind of trying to stick
It
to
looks like a different weapon.
yeah, trying to stick to like this flail is a it's a flail. It's not like it doesn't have an extra like morning star on the end of it. It's like different. Like
Yeah.
there's different weapons in medieval times and they should stay different.
I agree, but also I like how it looks so much that I might not care too much.
Yeah, I mean it'll probably go through, but I do think it should have stayed as a single-sided axe.
I did want to give a little shout out though that I really love how the Trident of the Seas look because it just looks like a classic little pitchfork, like a devil pitchfork. And I think
Yeah.
it's really cute. Next up, this was one of my favorites. I was not expecting this. I thought it was cool.
Yeah,
You don't
I mean,
seem very impressed.
I wasn't expecting it.
I thought you were gonna be like me too, and you're just like,
Well, the reason I'm not as excited about it is because there's no set effect from this set.
Okay, so this is the Oathplate Slayer Helm. The Slayer Helm is going to have recolors to have regular Oathplate, or if you're a gamer, to recolor it to look like the Radiant one. It's going to, you're still going to be able to imbue it like a normal Slayer Helm, but yeah, I mean, there's no set effect from Oathplate.
Yeah, I was like, Oathblade isn't the same as the reason that this would have been so sick / important for something like Inquisitor is Inquisitor as a set.
There's a lot of things that would make more sense, but I think the design is so sick.
This makes sense. I'm just not hyped about it because it's not like, oh, every time I put on Oathblade, I would break my set. It's like,
no, but
no, it's still best in slot slash.
I've been borrowing it from someone, and it does look ugly. So
I don't think the red
cute.
one does.
No,
think the
like with the regular Slayer Helm.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I think the red one looks like one of the best sets in the game.
I've been growing to like it more now that I've been using it. But I mean, Bandos is still cuter. Sorry.
Sure. And then next we have the Demon Butler Override. This just makes your Demon Butler look like a Yama themed demon.
And he's wearing a fancy suit. Is he always wearing? He's not wearing a
always wearing a
tux
suit.
though. I think he's usually just wearing like a shirt and an apron.
No, I think he's usually.
Wait, I need to look up. I have no idea what the Demon Butler
Yeah, I was like,
looks like all of a
I
sudden.
think he looks exactly like this normally.
No. He's usually just wearing like
Oh,
a
okay.
vest. And they made him super fancy and gave him horns, and he's holding a plate with a contract on it.
Okay, so he does look a little fancier.
He's a little regal.
And then this is something I think, honestly, the people we're most excited about.
Really? I mean, that makes sense. People are excited for stuff like
This
this.
is the demon skin recolor. So some people were really sad because obviously if you missed out once upon a time, you can no longer get the purple skins.
You can't?
I don't think so.
No, I think
Is it purple or black?
it might be black. I don't know.
Either way, some of the
Or
skin
there's one that's
colors
like really weird to
are
get.
either extremely difficult to get, or I honestly just straight up think they're unachievable
I think
anymore.
purple you can just get in game.
Like I
Blue,
think
you have to do a Halloween event, which is frustrating if you start playing for the first time in November and you have to wait a full year and do the Halloween event to unlock it.
Oh, how do you get black then?
I don't, it's something about like Castle Wars. I don't know.
Anyways, if you don't want to go through any of those hoops, I know a lot of people struggle with the skin recolors. You can get this one because this one makes you all red.
Oh, yeah, the all red is pretty cool, but someone says how the black one might be a skin recolor from Halloween.
Okay.
I don't know. All I know is some of them, you have to wait a long time. They're like weirdly time gated.
Yeah, anyways, this is going to be the easiest to achieve because you can
Yeah.
buy it.
That's so cool. Then they
So-
have Madaiza wearing the Yama cosplay, which is terrifying. That's it for the League's rewards. Do you have a favorite?
My favorite is probably, I guess, the Slayer helm.
Really?
Either the Slayer helm, yeah, probably the Slayer helm. There's just so many home teleports that I
Dude,
can't.
I don't know. This is like my favorite home telly now, I think.
There's just so many that I think are actually really good.
We have,
This
we have
also-
really good home tellies in this game.
I mean, obviously, there's only so many like getting dragged into a hole themes we can have, but I mean, this looks a lot like the Shattered Relics one.
I mean, but red.
Yeah.
But I think the fact that you put the imps, oh my god, the imps are where the stones used to be.
Yes. I was like, it's really
That's funny.
similar.
It is really similar.
I don't have a problem with
But I
it.
like
I just
it.
can't get too excited about it.
Yeah. I think that my favorite might be the weapon recolors, which is funny because I don't use any of these weapons. There's just something about the Trident of the Seas looking like a little cheap Halloween devil costume trident that I just think is the funniest thing in the world. So I'm gonna choose the weapon recolors.
Okay, cool. Yeah, but League 6 is it's really exciting for anyone that isn't sure when it's coming out. I think we skipped over that. It's coming out really soon in a few months.
Yeah, April.
Yep. All right, it is day 3, and good thing we
And the
spent
final day of recording.
3 days recording this because there's still so much more to go
Dude,
over.
we should have done this over 4 days. We kind of played ourselves by not doing on Sunday, but whatever.
It's actually hilarious because since the start of this podcast, I've already gotten a significant upgrade
Okay.
since then. I
Share
now
real quick.
have 70 attack, 73 strength, and 70 defense.
Base 70s melee.
Yeah, pretty big. And also, I think whenever we started the episode, I was at 3.8 million XP. Now I'm at 4.8 million XP.
It's been
And
a long few days.
I also got my first 1 mil XP skill being strength.
Oh, it's strength?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, so that's
GG.
kind of cool. Anyways, we have a bunch to go over still, and we're just following the roadmap for anyone that is following along. We probably should have mentioned that. We're just, going straight down it. So the next thing we're going to be covering is sailing. They have
Yeah.
like a little mini roadmap.
It's
for
like
what
a
they're-
roadmap within the roadmap. So this is going to go throughout the year, but it's the Sailing 2026 and beyond.
Yeah, so it's
roadmap.
just what's upcoming for the skill that is obviously not finished.
Yeah. And of course, all this is subject to change. This is all, some of it's like very, very early.
Yeah.
But anyway, spring, along with that is coming the boat combat rework, which is something we all knew we needed. Oh my God.
Yeah. It's kind of weird because they do mention boat combat twice in their like road map. So I don't really know what the big difference between the two is going to
I don't
be.
even remember where the other one is.
I
There's
think-
so many blogs.
I think I'm kind of guessing the first one is just to make it not feel trash, and then the second one's to make it feel good.
Okay.
That's what I'm hoping.
Well, on the first rework at least, so it does just say to make it feel better. The results from the sailing opinion poll showed a clear picture that improvements need to be made here as a priority. Cannons feel expensive, slow, and unimpactful, plus a range of other smaller issues. We're taking this feedback very seriously. As a result of this data, we're prioritizing boat combat as our first major launch for sailing in 2026. For the last few weeks, we've been looking into pain points, frustration, and suggestions on what we can do to improve this area. Some ideas that they've come up with if you want to start out
Yeah.
with
Apparently
cannons.
this like was such a resounding issue for the majority of players that they like dropped other things that they were working on for sailing
As they
in order
should.
to rework combat.
Yeah, it sucks.
Because I said this like the first week sailing came out. I mean, I'm not alone in this.
You were the only
The combat
one.
was trash. It was
It was
obvious. I
bad.
didn't even need to play the skill to know it was
I did
trash.
like a bounty task and I just took my blowpipe. I
Yeah,
was like, I'm
like
not gonna use these
it's not
cannons.
trash as in like, oh, I don't like the way it plays, or no, everything about it. There's nothing good about it.
Yeah. So
Uh,
they have some change ideas though.
yeah, so one of the big ones was cannonballs. They introduce obviously cannonballs that go from bronze all the way up to dragon, and you can get them in a various slew of ways. But unfortunately, not only did they not do much damage, you couldn't really get a good amount of them unless you were rich.
Yeah, they dropped in weird amounts. Like salvaging, you'll get like 2. And it's like, oh, what am I gonna do? 2 dragon cannonballs.
Yeah, and if anyone's ever made cannonballs, it's incredibly slow, tedious, and kind of annoying. Even if you have the new mold that allows you to make 8 cannonballs per bar, this is cool, but I mean, it's only 8. I mean, anyone's ever that's ever
Oh,
used it.
this is the new one we're gonna get. That you can make 8 cannonballs per metal bar.
Yeah, this is a new cannonball mold, which is going to be the exact same as the current cannonball mold, but you can use it for the other ones as
Wow.
well.
It would not require completion of the dwarf cannon quest, which is interesting.
Yeah, so they do unfortunately have some bad news. They say that they know a lot of people already converted their bars into cannonballs and wish we would have updated this sooner. So if this goes ahead, we would not be able to reimburse any cannonballs. Unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean, really, how are they gonna go back and do that?
Yeah,
To
that's
be honest.
obviously unrealistic, and it probably needs to happen. So unfortunately, that's just a product of a new skill.
There was another thing to mention. So, all the steel cannonballs in game and the granite ones, those are now going to be changed because those are the ones they use for the dwarven multi-cannon. They are now going to be renamed to dwarven cannonballs and dwarven granite cannonballs.
Yeah, so this is the unfortunate part because if you've already made like 200,000 cannonballs, like steel cannonballs for some reason,
Now they're just dwarven ones.
now they're just dwarven
only.
ones. Yeah, so you're gonna have to
weird.
remake steel cannonballs if you plan on
Well,
using the steel ones.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. Okay, it's gonna be a weird adjustment at first.
Yeah, also, obviously, like I said, it's kind of hard to get them. Even if you salvage for like 1,000,000 hours, you just don't get a lot of cannonballs.
At least not really good ones.
No matter where you go, even if you go to like the opulence, you just don't get a lot of cannonballs.
Mhm.
Because like even if you get a few thousand, that's like 1 hour of using them.
Yeah.
Like it's not very. I mean, I don't know the rates, but I just know it's not a lot.
I mean, you used a dwarven multi-cannon. You know those cannons go fast.
Yeah, exactly. So obviously they want to also add. So they're increasing the drop rate just in
Mhm.
general. You can get them as more like in higher quantities from like different sailing stuff, but also from thieving, and also they'll restock faster from vendors and stuff like that. So
That's nice.
every which way you can get them, you should be getting more of them. And also they are looking at adding ammo saving mechanics for the boat. I think Ava's or something like that.
Oh, Ava's of the boat.
Yeah, I mean that's what I imagine. At least
That's true.
they
Yeah.
don't specify it, but they do say that's going to be like a lot later. They're just kind of saying that might be happening.
Okay. Another thing they were looking to was the core combat changes. So when sailing launched, we wanted cannons to be the best way to fight sea monsters in any scenario, which is insane because we're so not.
Yeah, they're so bad that people would rather take the damage penalty and use regular weapons.
In order to achieve that, we end up in a position where traditional combat felt sluggish and your gear upgrades don't matter. We've seen your feedback that sailing feels disconnected from the rest of the game. All these issues have caused sailing combat to feel like an unofficial fourth combat skill. Real, dude. So sailing is not a combat skill, and we'd like to bring it more in line with what you expect from the rest of the game. Cannons should be thought of as just another range weapon, slotted in a similar place to be existing range combat. As a result, we'll be adjusting cannons and cannonball stats to be better suited to the range weapon progression. On a similar note, we'd like to open up the floor to allow range gear to count towards your range accuracy and strength when using sailing cannons, truly making the cannons fit the range weapon they are and rewarding the gear you grinded for.
No,
I actually like that,
I don't like it.
but it's ranged.
It's a sailing skill.
But it's hard because they put combat on the sailing.
Yeah, it's a sailing skill.
I don't know. I disagree.
I think they should just be like, this sucks for now. We're gonna add like sailing gear that drops that makes your sailing better.
Your sailing combat better specifically?
Yeah, sailing combat, sailing speed, like this is a whole avenue they could have explored instead of being like, all right, cool, the Masori you already have now works better.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like that's not cool. I mean, that's cool in the fact that you'll actually
cool for
probably deal
me.
damage now, but like you can't add like I don't know, a Jolly Roger t-shirt and now you do plus 10 cannon damage or something.
Yeah. Well, like Robert said, if not leading to range gear, we may want to look at sailing specific combat armor, although we have concerns about this making sailing feel more like a combat skill. So feedback is welcome.
I don't think so. I was thinking, my initial thought was like I said, like you can have it. So you're choosing between, am I doing combat? Should I bring the combat gear or do I want to go faster? Do I bring the faster gear?
I guess.
I mean, it doesn't have to exactly be like that, but I'm just saying, like, you don't have to think like, oh, I'm doing sailing, so I have to bring my combat sailing gear.
Yeah.
Like, it could be like multifaceted.
I was just thinking something like a boat facility that would work as it.
I was kind of thinking of it as like, that could work, but I was thinking of it like melee. How it's like there's pros and cons to all like different kinds of melee setups. Like, there's no best in slot for everything. There's like niche things, so it's like it could give you plus speed and also plus damage, but like if you have this other set, it could give you plus more damage, but like maybe your like boat takes more damage or something. I don't know. I don't know. I guess it just feels like a really band-aid kind of deal.
Yeah. The fantasy of a slow, hard-hitting cannon has not been quite satiated, therefore proposing slowing down the cannon's attack rate, but in turn improving its strength to make up for it. So in seclusion, this change would result in no change to DPS, but would be thematically cooler and a more economic option, as you're going to have more damage per cannonball. I like that, at least.
Yeah, I mean, it literally changes nothing, just thematics.
Yeah. We want you to engage with cannon combat because you want to, not because the alternative is bad. We are confident that the above changes will make cannon combat more appealing. That said, alternatives are always good. Traditional combat from boats has felt sluggish and bad for too long. So we're proposing removing this restriction, making traditional combat from boats act the same as it does in the rest of the game. However, combat from boat to land will remain disabled. So you can't like cheat and kill stuff when you're not supposed to be on that island.
I think this is a terrible change.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, because no one's going to use their cannonballs.
I was thinking, like, in what world is your max mage shadow gonna ever be worse than cannons?
I feel like it's going to be just a low level thing, right?
It's,
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
If you don't have if you don't have a T-bow and you don't have a shadow, then you're like, oh, I'll use a cannonball.
Like, I don't know the magic defenses of like sharks and krakens, but if they're even like relatively high, how is the T-bow just straight up not the best here?
Yeah. That, I get what you mean. I like that because I want to use my shadow on my ship, but I also understand like maybe that's not the best.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool, I guess, because you get options, but like, I don't know. I feel like that's not the point.
We envision your progression through the game to weave between using cannons and traditional weapons. When the changes go live, the meta will likely settle on using traditional at the top end, with your crew acting as supercharged thralls. For now. Remember, cannons are only going up to Dragon tier. Dragon shouldn't compete with mega rares like the Shadow, but the future may hold more interesting boat weapon upgrades, such as variants of cannonballs, improved cannonballs, different combat style weapons, or even a boat mega rare. For now, we're committing to fixing the foundations of boat combat, such that we have the space to introduce these exciting upgrades in the future. I don't know why, but reading these paragraphs about boats and cannons is really hard for me.
Yeah.
I'm struggling.
Yeah. I don't know. I am not the biggest fan of it. Like I've mentioned already a million times, it might sound repetitive at this point, but yeah, again, it just doesn't, like, this is a new skill. It's like, it kind of just feels like Slayer with like a taxi goon squad.
Okay.
I mean, that's what it feels like at the top end, right? Like, I don't know. And like the way
I haven't done much combat, so I feel like I don't know enough. But whenever I did it, and I'm based on what they said and what I know, I'm probably just gonna keep using my regular gear because I have in-game gear.
Yeah. Also, it's crazy that like they're saying that dragon stuff shouldn't compete with mega rares like the Shadow. It's like, one, all these items are already so good in so many places, and two, getting dragon gear is like no small feat for any player.
That's something that they talk about later, though.
It's still insane. It's like you've already done the work to fully upgrade your boat, fully upgrade your cannons, get the dragon cannonballs, and it's still not as good as getting a Shadow.
Shadow's more at work.
Arguably.
They changed it. Okay, let's just keep talking because they're gonna make it more common.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, we have crewmates. On land combat can feel relatively AFK due to auto retaliate. I mean, I guess.
Depending where you are.
Yeah, but at sea, there's no such thing. Additionally, you might be constantly having to bark orders at your crew and so on. So for this reason, they're introducing a fire at will mode, which is essentially just killing. Your crew will attack anything nearby that is attackable.
That's actually kind of goofy.
Yeah, so it's like retaliate, but like ocean version.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's just that's it.
Yeah, they also saw our feedback that crewmates' combat capabilities feel underwhelming. We want to improve how their range levels relate to their privateering levels.
Like I feel like you could easily be all like, all right, we have 2 cannons. You guys can help me load, and we just like turn into like a cannon machine gun.
Just constant.
I mean, like you could have like one dude firing in, obviously, and then
Mhm.
another dude firing in. If that's enough DPS, that's fine.
Yeah.
But if like you're like, I'm fighting a vampire kraken, which by the way, they look really cool. I'd only seen them last week. They look
Oh, wow,
sick.
really? They look super
They
cool.
look really sick.
Mhm.
And yeah, like it should be like, all right, this thing needs DPS. I'm gonna man this. You're gonna hand me the balls, and we're gonna blast this fool.
That's so funny.
Like, how is that not cooler than just being like, all right, I'm gonna cast my shadow?
You're like, swing.
Like, I
Swing.
don't know, dude. I feel like they're taking a lot of easy routes, brother.
All right, well, similar, all right, not similar, but I was saying that I was going to bring this up. The Dragon Cannon Barrel can be difficult to obtain, especially as most players will try to get 2 of them for the boat rather than just 1.
Yeah.
Currently, the only way you can get them is via shipwreck salvaging, with literally only 1 kind of shipwreck salvaging, by the way.
Yeah, only the opulence, right?
I think it's the opulence, but I'm not 100%.
Yeah, it's the highest level one.
Yeah. We'd like to add an alternative, more engaging way to obtain the cannon barrel. Hidden amongst the tangled kelp lurks the veiled kraken. Bah, bah, bah. This is a new high-level sea monster. You can go and kill it. It will fight you back and mess you up, similar to the vampire kraken, but it's going to be able to drop you the dragon cannon barrel.
And
it also
the
drops
inky.
the inky
Yeah.
paints.
Yeah, that's cool. I think that's cool. Also,
I like that.
Yeah, the vampire krakens
It's
look
nice
really
to have
cool.
something more active too, because it was weird. The only way to get something for combat was by AFK.
To AFK for a long time.
Who knows how long? And that's only if you get on rate.
Yeah. There's a certain wiggle technique that players were using to try to make it so that both of their cannons can, because they're obviously on
Different
the 2 sides. So to combat this, you can potentially in the future, what they want to do is make it so that you can put both cannons on one side. You can choose the side, but they can be on one side.
I like that.
Yeah, so you can use, starboard or whatever the other one is.
Because yeah, what's the point of having 2 cannons if only one of them is being used?
Yeah, exactly.
Especially if you spend all that money buying a regular dragon cannon. Nah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why people would be like, wiggle right so you can shoot the right or left one, wiggle right or wiggle left so you can shoot the right one.
Oh
They
my
would just do that over
gosh.
and over again.
That sounds awful.
Yeah.
I really haven't done much combat with the cannons because it sucked. I've been waiting for them to change
Yeah,
it.
you and everyone else. But anyways, yeah. So also they're reducing the delays in looting sea creatures because it feels kind of clunky.
Yeah. Once they run all the numbers, they'll review where things sit in terms of XP and gold from boat combat, but they expect the kills per hour to increase significantly, and they therefore may review some creature stats and drop tables as a result. We'll keep an eye on bounty tasks in particular. A key learning for us is that we should empathize earlier on to players that sailing XP is not the main reward for doing bounty tasks. Yeah. I feel like I didn't understand that either.
Everyone learned that the hard way.
Everyone did. Sailing isn't a combat skill, and we don't want sailing to feel like one. When creating training methods, there are several levers we can pull, XP, gold, and loot, for example. Bounty tasks are intentionally balanced around their loot being the primary reward rather than XP. That wasn't clear, but thanks for clearing it up now, I guess.
Yeah, and by clearing that up, I mean, I'm sure you're definitely not just going with whatever is the prevailing idea around it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, surely you designed it that way.
They're like, it was supposed to be for sailing,
that's my pessimist coming out, though. So
yeah.
we have the summer stuff. That was only the early on stuff that they plan on fixing right away. So hopefully they do it right, even though I'm not super hopeful.
Optimistic.
Yes. We have summer stuff. So this is actually kind of cool. This is
I'm excited for this.
no doubtedly much more confident in this than the combat stuff. So this is the new quest, the Red Reef, which was leaked like last week or the week before. And this is just to go about protecting the Tortugans.
Yay!
So naturally, this will mean that later, this will release later than what was originally planned. And obviously, so that means around spring of 2026 or later.
Yeah, they want to wait for the ship combat to be done first.
Yeah, this is a reward spoiler for anyone that cares.
Spoiler.
52 sailing requirement, 48 smithing. It's a low level experience level quest.
Experience level's not low level. That's right after the master level.
It's below.
Right under.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean,
Oh,
it's not.
okay. I just consider anything like not master and above.
But
Like
I mean,
not
like,
a real
you might not
quest.
have all the skills for it on your new account.
Yeah. I usually just gauge it as difficulty. I don't really think about like the skill requirements. Either way, though, you do get a pretty nice reward from it: 15k sailing, 5k smithing, and access to the Sacred Grove,
That's
which
cool.
is an area similar to the hardwood area in Karamja, where it gives you access to camphor tree resources and an invisible +7 woodcutting bonus and a deposit box.
So nice. I think we all saw that on the Great Conch Island, and you're like, why can't I go in here?
Yeah, so now you'll be able to
Quest
go in there.
logs. Another thing in summer is NPC boat combat somehow again. So, alongside the Red Reef quest, we want to introduce the ability to fight boats at sea. These aren't just NPCs like you're used to. These are boats that can hold NPCs inside, just like your boat.
NPCs,
NPC.
the trees of the sea.
This could lead to interesting encounters. You might be attacking a ship and the pirates on that boat at the same time. While we're committed to improving basic boat combat first, we think this could be a great way to expand the sea combat system further. What do you think? Question. Should we do that? So, yeah, it'd be boat enemies at sea.
We already know best in slot is going to be Barrage. There's no other option.
I don't know.
It's the only multi-hitting range
Well,
skill.
what if like if they wouldn't let you do that because they're NPCs on a boat? Like, what if you have to use your cannon?
Maybe
That'd be kind of cool.
That would make it like slightly more interesting.
Yeah.
But like imagine the Venator on a tight quarters boat. It would literally just annihilate anything
in one shot.
Yeah, actually, low key, it would be kind of sick to start investing in Venators if
Shut up.
yeah, if you're one of those. Also, player designed islands. For
We were not selected.
We weren't. Anyone that haven't seen them, there's 4. There was over 1,500 entries.
So cool.
Yeah, so they obviously, it's kind of weird. I saw some people bringing up the point that it probably like the people that got picked, the 4 people, obviously they put a lot of effort and work into
That
it.
actually made me feel bad. I was like, man, these people's presentation was great. I thought that didn't really matter that much.
Exactly. That's
Did a lot of people feel that way?
A lot of people felt like, one, they kind of made it seem like it didn't matter how much effort you put into it. I feel like it's kind of not happenstantial that the 4 very highly efforted posts got picked for no reason.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I saw a few others that had even more work put in that were not chosen.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But like you didn't see anyone with like nearly no work put in, and they just liked the concept.
It was, so that kind of did bum me out. And I was just like, oh, I should have done more.
Another big thing that people brought up is they specifically were like, only 3 to 5 things are allowed on an island.
Yes. Some of these have so much more.
Yeah, like some of these include things like entire new skillings, like ways to level skills.
We'll do like a run through and we could say what the highlights are on all them.
Sure.
So Dun Nan Kriegen, Fortress of Cliffs by Sparrow V. This one, it will be next to like the Lunar Island, kind of like to the northwest of it. Inspired by Nordic islands, Scottish culture, and Slavic folklore. So this is more than 5 things, 3 to 5 things.
I mean, just look at the island. It's way more than 3 to 5 things.
But some of the highlights are 68 sailing to access, bagpipes and water drums, the price of silence, that's a quest, boss to practice PvP. I love that idea, by the way. Active alternative to glassblowing, and active pre-sepulcher agility course. I actually love those.
And there's also 2 fishing spots, 2 fairy rings, and an altar.
But to be fair, I mean, they're going to change these islands at will. Yeah.
Yeah. I like the concept of it.
I really like the concept of it too. And it's cool because there's like a boss called Morana? Sounds like I'm calling her moron. Morana. And you fight her and it's like PvP-esque. Like she changes like stuff that she does to act like you're in PvP. And I thought that'd be like a really cool
she
idea.
Simulates tri-breeding combat.
Yeah, I think that's actually such a good idea. And then there's a crafting activity that has to do with cows and sheep, and agility course that's like more active, so it's not running in circles. So we love that. But yeah, really well done design. Makes me wish that I would have done more. I used paint. I didn't realize it was that serious.
Yeah.
Next was Wormscrag by Rose and Mickey's. I like their little logo they made. Let me look to see. Would you like to read the highlights?
Sure. So in Wormscrag, Krieg, You'll find a quest, Fallen from Grace, an activity which is golem crafting, another activity which is goat hunting, and also a mini boss, the Mad Angel.
Yeah. These ones are pretty cool. Honestly, these people have some really sad quests going on. This and the other one with Varen. They're both like kind of sad, but sound intriguing. You can make a golem for a crafting minigame to help protect the island. You could hunt goats. And the Mad Angel looks pretty sick and has like some cool drops. I think this is the one where they're going to give you a Slayer Master. They were talking about a Slayer Master that you can choose your next task for a hefty cost, but the devs were like, we're not going to let you do that.
Yeah,
They straight up were like,
pretty OP.
that wouldn't happen. But pretty cool design. This one, Slime Spire Isle by W. Hawks. This one has agility on it, hunter
prayer,
combat,
more hunter.
Yeah, I do like the picture that they drew for this. It's really pretty, I think.
Yeah, all of this looks like it was drawn.
Yeah, which is kind of like a nice change from being RuneScape. I was like, wow, this person's a really good artist.
And this place also has agility.
Yeah, I thought that was really interesting because they chose a lot that had agility and had crafting stuff on it. And I was like, oh, they really want those. And I put crafting on our idea too. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's cool, but yeah, there's just like so much stuff on these islands. Like we're talking like new pieces of gear, like new quests, new bosses.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like thinking that I had such a good idea that it would have been picked, but if like
I didn't realize
these things are jam packed with content.
I guess I didn't realize how like high I could set my goal. Now I know for next time.
True.
This one is my Ninja Pig. This one is the Sea Gnome Outpost. They're like sea gnomes, or they're gnomes living underwater. I actually think that this is a very fun idea because I like more underwater
only
areas.
tropical one.
It is. I was surprised at how. Okay, another thing, Robert and I thought people were going to be embracing the sailing vibe more.
No, it was all very Nordic.
It was very Nordic. And then this one's the only not Nordic, but it has a new Slayer Master, agility course, giant seaweed patch, new house portal, and a short quest to access content. This one is more relatable because Ninja Pig actually only wrote like 4 paragraphs.
Yeah.
Where the other ones wrote a lot more. But even then, they have like a really cool graphic and stuff that I'm like...
Yeah, it looks like an actual like thing designed by the devs.
Yeah, I feel like all these people probably paid someone to help them with their art because what in the world?
Yeah, I don't know.
Crazy. But yeah, they're all really insane, to be honest. Very cool. They claim to have read through everyone.
Yeah, sure. They definitely didn't. But anyways, the reason that we're even going over these is because we have to
choose one for the game.
Yeah, one of these will straight up be added to the game.
The other 3 will not. So I'm sorry if you're excited for all of them because there are aspects of all of them I'm excited for.
Yeah, so make sure to vote on.
And it's going to be one of those things. Thank God, not like with the skill where you get to rank your votes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're finally taking advantage of the new polling system, so it's not going to be like this one won by 1%. Everyone wanted it.
Yeah, kind of weird.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, make sure to go vote. There's
new
4
competition. Anyway, so that's also going to be coming into the game this summer.
Yeah, and then we have in autumn, which is going to be around this time, or not this time. I guess I'm used to winter just being autumn.
We live in Southern California.
Yeah, in the latter half of this year, we'll have a new Barracuda trial. This is just going to be
it's gonna be the toughest one yet.
I mean,
I still haven't even finished the final one at Gwyneth Glide.
Yeah, it'll be the newest and toughest one.
Yikes.
They don't say where it'll be or anything like that.
They probably don't know.
Yeah, they just said there's going to be a new one.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And a lot of these are all poll questions. So just feel free to go and whenever it comes up, vote if you want it. It's very easy questions.
Next is if we should do a sequel quest to an existing storyline that they don't specify, but I think they mean like a storyline on land that they're like, oh, now that we have islands, we should totally continue the storyline.
Yeah.
So I'm going to vote yes on that. I think that'd be fun.
Sure. And then also...
I'm most excited for this.
Actually winter, very late in the year, they will be coming out with a sea expansion.
Finally.
Yeah.
I thought we'd be able to get this by summer.
Nope, not even close.
I guess it's good we have to wait because then it will feel more fun.
Yeah, and it's funny because they don't even say they're going to fully expand the ocean to be like the whole ocean. It's just going to be a few of them.
Oh.
Because it says Eastern Ocean, Untamed Ocean, and the Forgotten Ocean.
Well, they said there's some waiting, including... So who knows? I think that's their way of saying we're not telling you what we are and aren't putting on.
Yeah.
It said it could include new content within them.
Yeah, it might just literally be the ocean that you can now explore.
I want to be able to explore the ones in Mauritania.
Yeah, I'm guessing that they're like putting the feelers out for this and it won't actually like get into the game until next year.
Early next year, like January.
Yeah, because
I can see that.
there's no way they're gonna be like, all right, cool, the new Mauritania area is open. There's nothing in it. Go explore it.
Yeah. There is islands that you could already see. That's what makes it worse.
Yeah.
You're like, I want in there. Let me in.
And then last we have the opinion poll that we already did.
Mm-hmm. So they want you to just keep sending your feedback, I guess, whatever.
Yeah, it literally just says encouragingly, it looks like most of the 2026 roadmap received a lot of support, but naturally some updates were stronger than others. But broadly speaking, it looks like players approve of the content in the works, except for protection tasks.
I did not hear about this idea and I liked it. And then, spoiler alert, they ended by saying, we're not going to do this.
Yeah, they really fully explain what they were going to do.
I know. And I'd never heard of this because I think it was on the opinion blog. Or opinion post.
I'm really glad they're not putting this in the game.
Oh, really? I thought it sounded fun. So it'd be similar to Port Task. You know how you get your cargo and deliver it? Except for you'd be doing that with little NPCs. You'd go and take them places.
Okay,
I thought that sounded cute.
Let me equate this to why it's guaranteed people would not have liked this. Because one of the biggest memes in all of like MMOs of all time is how much people dislike the protection style quests. The escort style quests.
Okay, but in this one, it's not like in Quest where they're constantly attacking you. It's more like, yeah, don't let your ship sink, but...
Which is the same thing.
No, but you're not under a constant threat. If you're going and you have a higher level boat, you can dodge so much stuff and not take damage.
Yeah, I guess so. But still, you're going to like... The whole point is that you're like protecting the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
So... For instance, like a lot of people don't like temple trekking for the same reason.
Yeah.
And this would just be like that and then worse.
I know what you mean, but I don't think it'd be quite the same. But it doesn't matter because we're not getting it.
Anyways, most people agree with me because this is only 45% of players said they like this.
Yeah, because it said most people were like, stop adding new stuff, fix what you already added. Which could be said for a lot of the game.
Yeah, literally the whole game. But they are going to be adding some quality of life stuff.
Depending on our votes.
Depending on your votes. UIM can only vote on this next one because it's specifically how we were saying a lot of UIMs, but also just Snowflake accounts in general are kind of tired of Jagex making specific changes for
Potato
their
talked about in
accounts.
the episode I had her on.
Yeah, it's like the whole point of the Snowflake account or a UIM or an Ironman is that you don't take them into account.
Yeah,
you just
you're
make
like
the
theory
game,
crafting to make it work.
and then they work around it. That's the whole premise.
Yeah.
And so this is a point that we already brought up months ago is that the cargo hold had a different restriction for UIMs than for anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And over 80% of UIMs wanted this to change to make it just the same as regular game.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Like, don't treat them any differently. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Make stuff and then Ultimates will figure it out. Or they won't.
Yeah, cool.
And then there was a couple additional poll questions. Oh my goodness, I loved this. This is all about the Griffin task. So Griffin task sucks to get, by the way. They're going to make it more common at Childar and Vanica. So currently their weighting is 5 at Childar, 7 at Vanica. And they're going to change it to be 10 at Childar, 10 at Vanica, remaining at 7 for Durdel Neve. And the amounts are going to be extended if you unlock a new thing that costs like 50 task points, 50 Slayer points.
You can buy the extension and it just gives you plus 80 of Griffin kills.
So cool. I'm definitely going to unlock that. If it's approved, I don't know why it wouldn't be improved.
Yeah. At this point...
Oh, they're also going to add CA soon.
I agree with the sentiment I've seen quite a few times in that the Griffin shouldn't be a Slayer requirement.
I'm cool with it being a Slayer requirement if the waiting didn't suck. Like, you spent hours trying to get this as a task.
Yeah.
And they even said on here, like, we wanted the Bell's Folly to sit where it'd be similar to a zombie axe, but it's way harder to get than a zombie axe.
Way harder. And you can, we were just talking about this today. Mm-hmm. Not only is it a Slayer requirement, a Slayer task, and it had a low amount of kills before this question.
The waiting was
on top of that, the Slayer, the zombie axe, you don't need a task, and you can chin/barrage the enemies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm glad they're changing it.
It's not even close. I low-key think that they should remove it from a Slayer.
Disagree,
as a Slayer
but
boss. I think they should. I think they should improve the drop rate
It's one of
as
400, so it's like 2 tasks.
I think it should be like a Slayer type boss where it's like you can do the boss whenever you want, but it's just like all the other Slayer bosses where it's like if you're doing it on task, then you get a 10 like a 10x drop rate or
Or,
whatever
I
it
mean,
is.
it could be like maybe the mobs drop it very, very rarely. Kind of like the Abyssal Dagger. Abyssal Demons technically drop it like 1 out of 30k, but if you're on task and you go to Sire instead, you're way more likely to get it.
Yeah, like I don't know. I feel
Something.
like there needs to be like something because the fact that they just randomly decided to try to equate this to something that's not even remotely similar, it's like
Very different
a
grinds.
weird gaslight because from the get-go, I mean, I don't know if they know how Slayer works, but it's just not easy to get a task that has a 3% weighting.
It's really bad waiting.
And it's the same weighting, by the way, after this.
For
This
for
isn't an
Neve and
improvement.
Duradel, it's gonna stay the same.
This isn't an improvement.
But I'm
It's
not gonna
still
go anywhere
3%.
else, so I'm just tutorial skipping again.
Yeah, I don't know. Sounds kind of lame.
Last question though, I actually think this is fun. They'd be adding fishing spots to various locations at sea. So do you guys want to add fishing spots so you can regular fish from your boat?
Nope.
Really? I thought that was so cute.
No, because now you're isolating your player base.
Oh, then yeah, everyone's gonna be far away.
Yes.
They're gonna have to have like limited amounts, I guess.
It's
so
like
people go to
then
the same places.
you're removing the people that are fly fishing at the typical fly fishing spots, for example.
Valid. I do think it'd be fun though.
I mean, the XP wouldn't be good, so people probably wouldn't do it anyways. But still, it's just like no, that's cool and thematic, but no.
I guess. Anyway, this was the island one.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I know I sound super negative, but I promise it's for the good of the skill because it seems like they're rushing through it, which is, their MO recently. And this is a skill we're going to have forever, guys. So if they rush through it now, it'll be trash forever.
Yeah. Anyway, a reminder, Deadman Annihilation is coming out on January 30th. We already went over that, of course, but we want to talk about Deadman All-Stars 3.
Yeah, so this is a new thing. Quick clarification for this, because Michelle and I were confused.
We were very confused
whenever we first saw it. We're like, cool, they're gonna have all of the finalists for Deadman Annihilation come out, and they're gonna do a 1v1 tournament
in Chicago. Which they
real
are
life.
In a way, but actually it's only the people from All-Star. So
yeah, so
it's not anyone has a chance to be in this competition. It's these people who are already personally invited get to be in the competition.
Yeah, so
which I didn't understand.
It's kind of weird. I don't like it, not even a little bit, because like one, there's no prize. They're just PvPing for clout, which is cool in and of itself, I guess, but not nearly as cool as if we had like a 1v1 style. Oh, okay. Also, I don't like the fact that the finale for Annihilation is going to be group based. I still don't like that.
I do, because it's not for the whole thing. It's just for half of it.
But the thing is, compare that to how sick it was to watch people 1v1 each other in the arena in like 3 years ago.
I don't know. I think the reason I like the idea of, we're going back to Annihilation. This isn't even about All-Stars anymore because that's completely different. I like the idea of the group one because then I feel like I have more of a chance of lasting longer, to be honest.
I guess so. I just think it's more hype to do it as like a 1v1 actual like tournament style. But anyways, that is, I'm guessing, how the actual Deadman All-Stars 3 is gonna happen. So I guess you can look forward to that if that's what you're interested in. And this is a live event in Chicago, the first ever US live event.
That's so cool. If it wasn't PVM, I'd be so down to go. Yeah, if it wasn't PvP, I'd be so down. But I'm like, this is gotta be like the one thing I would not be interested in. I'm just not into PKing.
Yeah, it's gonna be in Chicago, and there's a 24-hour pre-sale for the tickets. There's 4,000 tickets and goes on sale February 20th, which is very, very soon.
Yeah.
And the general release will be February 21st. They did mention the only way to get the pre-sale tickets is you have to like have access to the Jagex launcher.
Which you should.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know why you wouldn't. Or be opted to email communications. The event does go on though on June 20th.
Yeah, and the people that are going to be participating in All-Stars 3 have already been announced. So yeah, feel free to check it out if like your favorite streamer or whatever's there.
It's cool that they're doing it so everyone knows who they are. But I think the reason I was like, oh, lame, is because I thought it was like anyone has a chance of Jagex flying out to Chicago. And I was like, that's kind of cool.
I thought it would have been like cool if it's all like, oh.
I get why they can't do that though, because it's a liability if the person's like sucks, I guess.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, this is cool. It's just not what I thought it was.
Yeah, it's kind of lame to me just because it feels more, it turns it from being like an actual competition, which is what I thought it was in my head, to
Mhm.
like an exhibition match. Because, like,
Yeah.
realistically, it doesn't matter who wins.
Yeah, you're just there to hang out.
Yeah.
Which, if you rebrand it as that, then sounds fun in its own way. I do know of a few people who are going to go to this just to meet up with RuneScape friends, though.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
like, cute.
if you can't make it out to Runefest, because obviously it's
This is a great
a
alternative.
few thousand miles away, yeah, this is the other option.
If for some reason we can't get Runefest tickets, maybe we go to
N-
No, I don't
No,
think
definitely
so.
not. Well, luckily that one, I mean, we've come off of a few of the longer posts. We have a much shorter one now.
Thank God.
Yeah, so
I haven't started editing yet.
this is Summer Sweep Up 2. So we had one
Everyone
obviously
loved that.
before, and it offered a lot of quality of life stuff and rebalances to combat and NPC stuff. So a bunch of stuff was changed, and they're gonna essentially just gonna be doing that again, but they don't even have specifics on what they're changing.
Yeah. They said that they're actually going to start doing this on an annual occurrence. So kind of cool.
Sure. Remember that? Remember when
Wait, where's the Gilnor Gazette?
I was literally about to say that. They're like, we're gonna do the Gilnor Gazette every month.
You know what I just remembered about the Gilnor Gazette? Or, you know, they used to also do the community update. They put my cosplay in it because I submitted it. And it was like my Angler, Fisher, whatever cosplay.
Yeah.
And they said something about like implying it was a budget cosplay. And I was like, I said nothing about it being on a budget. They're poor shaming me.
Yikes.
That was crazy.
Yeah, it's funny because they have said multiple times that they're
Bunebape
like,
is poor and we hate her.
no, that they're like, oh, we're gonna bring back the Gilnor Gazette,
They've stopped now.
and then
They don't even mention it anymore.
it disappears for 3 months. We're gonna bring back the Gilnor Gazette,
The
and then
thing is, if you guys want to bring back the Gilnor Gazette, you need to have a designated staffer in charge of the Gilnor Gazette,
Yeah.
and that's their main thing because I think it takes more effort than everyone seems to think.
apparently,
Yeah. Anyway, Summer Sweep Up.
yeah, Summer Sweep Up,
Woo!
so cool. Hopefully, that'll improve some stuff that's already busted with the game, which is a
Yeah.
lot.
They haven't even said what they're going to change, like you said. It's just they're going to do it.
Yeah. This next one is probably the thing
You're most excited for?
Probably most, well, okay, besides the main event, which we'll get to, this is the thing I'm most excited for.
I'm really excited for this
This
too.
is Blood Moon Rises. If you're like, wait, we already have a Blood Moon, this is the other one.
Moon's a pair of blood moon's a different blood moon. Completely
Yeah.
different region.
This is the night of the Blood Moon.
This is so cool.
Anyways, this is a quest. Apparently, Mod Ed has been thinking about this
He's
for
been in
like
his emo era.
literally like 20 years straight. Is what
He looks like
what
he's
it
like
seemed
20 years
like.
old.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, he made it seem like this is all he's thought about since he's joined the company.
He dreams of it.
Because like apparently he was already gonna do it and then it got shelved and now he can finally do it.
Oh, good for him, actually.
Yeah, so this is the ultimate climax, the apex of what the Myreek saga will be.
I actually am so curious. Yeah, it's the final quest in the vampire quest line. I wonder, man, because they have no qualms about killing anyone in quests these days. I don't know what's going to happen. We're probably going to die. They're
Sure.
just going to delete our accounts.
Good. We are going to be fighting the vampire lord himself, Lord Lower Neil
Draken.
Lower Neil Draken. Draken. Anyways, this is going to be in a new area called Vampirium, and yeah, there's just going to be a bunch of scary stuff going on here apparently.
Super cool though. Some of you eagle-eyed players may have noticed the Blood Moon Rises is now scheduled for summer rather than early in the year. Yeah, we thought it was going to come in like February.
Yep.
With Deadman kicking off in January and this serving
Here's
as
the excuse.
and this serving as the climatic finale to my Myreek saga.
Sure.
We want to make sure we're giving this quest and the world unlocks the time and care it deserves, which I'm fine with, to be honest. So basically, they don't want to take it too fast, and it sucks.
Yeah, it's getting delayed.
Yeah.
The requirements, as you can expect, this is going to be
It's a Grandmaster quest.
an incredibly high requirement for this quest. You need to have had Sins of the Father and A Night at the Theater done, as well as many skills 70 plus and a recommended combat of at least 110.
We'll have the full list of requirements closer to release.
Yeah.
And then spoiler stuff, if anyone doesn't want to hear about it,
Yeah.
go down to our timestamps and skip to the next section.
We have quest rewards coming up.
Oh man, I'm excited.
So the very first one, obviously this is a Grandmaster quest, so it has a Grandmaster reward, and this is going to be the final flail upgrade, upgrading your Blisterwood flail to the, this is just called the upgraded flail.
Oh, I mean, it's gonna have a color name later, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Would you like to read our stats? Because I'm not good at reading those.
Sure. It's a slash weapon, 68 slash, 46 melee strength, and 4 attack rate. So it's a little bit faster, but not as strong as you'd imagine. This is only 5 more melee strength than a rune sim, for
At the
example.
end of the day, it's still a quest reward.
It has the same special attack as you might imagine. It is the same one as all the other ones. It only costs 10 energy, traps a lesser vamp for 30 seconds, and it has a passive special effect of 25% damage and accuracy against all vampires.
Cool. We're going to be seeing this with everyone going for their blood shards.
Yep.
New weapon.
Yeah, and there's also going to be new ways to acquire blood shards as well.
Yeah, but we're not getting into that yet. Next is the new spec weapon. So granted you at the end of the quest is an untradeable two-handed weapon. It has a special attack called Seeking Lunge. The attack costs 50% special attack energy, always deals 70% of its maximum damage on a successful hit. If the target's remaining hit point is lower than that value, the attack will instead roll exactly 70% of its maximum accuracy, making a reliable way to finish off tougher targets.
Yeah, this is like a weird weapon. It's literally specifically made and designed for you to finish off vampire slayer tasks quicker.
Yeah, and I actually think it's kind of cool. It's a special attack that we can use against the vampire sentinels or whatever, because you can't use specials against them. You can only use the flail, and that special attack doesn't work on them. So this is cool. You can actually use this while going for the blood shards.
I mean, you can use the D-Axe.
I thought you couldn't use anything.
The D-Axe is a buff.
What's the D-Axe? Dragon Axe?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
They'll damage them?
No, it's a buff.
Oh, I mean, it gives you wood cutting.
No, dude.
Am I misunderstanding something?
Yeah, you are.
What? Elaborate.
It gives you like 13 strength.
What am I thinking of? The wood chopping.
No, yeah, that is the dragon axe. I'm talking about the weapon one.
The throne axe?
No.
Two-handed axe?
All right, go ahead and look it up.
Dragon axe. OSRS. It's gonna show me the regular axe.
It's like I forgot the name of it. It's like the war axe or something. It's not the war axe, but
probably a battle axe.
Yeah, battle axe.
That's what I said, and you were laughing at me. I think I called it the two-handed.
Yeah, I was like, is that what you said?
Two-handed dragon battle axe.
Yeah, it's not two-handed.
It's one-handed.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about?
I don't know. Maybe I didn't even say this.
Yeah, look
to
at
be
the
honest.
special attack. It gives you 10% attack.
Oh, it increases your stats.
Yeah, it gives you stat bonuses.
Technically, you can use that then. You're right.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't know.
All right, well, it'll be like the second one you can use.
Well, anyways, that was just me being a little nitpicky. But anyways, the reason I don't think it's good is because it takes too much special attack.
50%.
I think the idea of it is fine to like get through tasks faster. I mean, okay, let's be honest. If you're doing this task, it's an AFK task.
Yeah.
But I guess this will make it faster. I think it should literally be like 20% or something.
This is just a way for people who don't want to AFK quite as much.
Yeah, I'm not even going to tell you the stats on the weapon. It's a stab weapon. It kind of sucks. It's literally just used for its spec.
Okay. The Land of Vampirium. Dude, the mobs in this area look really cool.
Yeah.
We have like a demented koala or
That's what they call me.
Koala. We have snails, ticks, blood serpent, weirdly creepy bird.
No, you're missing everyone's favorite.
Is it what is that?
Yeah.
What is that?
It is the ball sack fly.
No, it's not the ball sack
There's
fly.
a fly carrying around a ball sack of blood.
It's not a ball sack.
It looks strangely testicular.
I didn't think so. I was thinking like, holding up kittens when you're like, their belly's full of soup.
Yeah, no.
Like that.
There's too many memes that exist. It is the
People are
ball
making
sack
memes
fly.
about it?
Yes, it's too late.
No, they're probably just not going to add it then.
No, too late. So anyways, yeah, there's just like a fly carrying around a sack of blood.
Oh my god.
And then of course you have a bunch of like,
wild or plant life.
Bloody, thorny plant life that looks
Very red.
Very, very blood tinted. And this, weirdly enough, like I can't remember.
You're really excited about this, right?
Yeah, so I can't remember who said it. It was either Mod Ed or Mod Rice, I think it was, that was on the couch that said that this is their most
prized work of art.
Yes, their most the part they're looking forward to the most is
There
what I
we
was
go.
trying to say. And it's woodcutting.
It's bloodwood trees
Yeah, kind of weird. So, anyways, this is going to be mid to high 70s in the woodcutting range, and it's going to drop a valuable resource.
rather than give good XP.
Yeah, rather than the best XP. So it's going to be still pretty good XP, 50 to 60k, but potentially, if you want to, you can get 80 to 90 through like optimizations. I don't know
Okay.
if that means tick manipulation or dropping, but
Or if there's some weird things that we don't know about.
yeah, but honestly, the like the thing you're going to be here for is not going to be for XP. It's going to be specifically for the sap you get from the bloodwood trees.
It's weird.
Yeah, you can do this either relatively AFK or more click intensive. It's up to you, really.
Yeah. So woodcutting and PVM. While woodcutting is the core way to obtain bloodwood sap, PVM and Vampirium will be designed to meaningfully support but not replace this process. Certain encounters will drop items that enhance your woodcutting output rather than bypass it entirely. For example, some rewards may allow you to multiply the sap gathered by the bloodwood trees, turning a smaller haul into significantly more when processed. Bosses may provide limited amounts of sap directly. The interconnected design ensures that players who engage with both skilling and combat will see faster overall progress, while still keeping bloodwood trees relevant. Why do we
Yeah.
want the blood sap? They tell us, right? Oh, they do right now.
Yep, literally right now. So this is what I was telling Michelle the other day is I feel like this item is kind of like going
Like
under
a
the
sleeper
radar.
agent.
It's I think a very, very strong addition to the game.
Okay.
Because I think it's kind of going unseen just because it's like not a weapon, but it is very strong. It's called Seeker Arrows. This is what you use the blood and the bark from the tree in order to make.
Cool.
So through a combination of crafting and stuff like that, you get these Seeker Arrows, which are not arrows at all. Actually, they're upgrades to current ammunition.
Oh.
So you attach this to any arrow, dragon, amethyst, rune, whatever, and it just makes it better.
Oh, it's kind of like the granite cannonballs. So you could have
Yeah.
granite dust.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
So just imagine your T-bow, but better
Wow.
because it gives plus 23 ranged accuracy and also a minimum hit bonus of plus 2, raising your minimum damage from 1 to 3.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, so the only reason I think this might be good is because if it only raises 1 to 3, I don't think it's that good. But if it raises like 50 to 52, then I think it's kind of cracked.
50 to 52. What? Like
your hit. Like let's say you hit a 20 and it goes to 22.
Oh, yeah.
Like if it just straight up increases your minimum on like whatever you were going to hit, but if all it does is make it so your min is 1 to 3,
Mm.
then I don't think it's that strong. But if it just makes your actual hit plus 2.
I mean, it says plus 2 minimum hit, which makes me think it's going to be really strong.
I don't know.
That's how I'm reading it. I guess it is worded kind of tricky.
It's worded in that like if it is just making your minimum hit plus or making your minimum hit 3 instead of 1, it's not nearly as strong, and that would be more accurate for like a reward from woodcutting.
Mm-hmm.
But if it just straight up increases the amount of damage you do
Well,
on
in my
every
mind, it should work to increase your max hit. Either way we word that.
yeah,
Because if your minimum starts at 3 now, then, well, you still have that extra 60. That's your normal max hit.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But anyways, this is either way, it's going to be a very strong increase because it just
Mhm.
straight up again gives you accuracy, which is always nice, and yeah, just makes you deal more reliable damage. We've seen what accuracy you can do, you know, if you're looking at the Fang, so it can be a big difference maker, I guess.
Cool. And then to make these, so you harvest bloodwood sap from the trees. Optionally multiply your sap using materials obtained through Vampirium PVM. Treat logs with sap, then fletch them into secret arrow shafts, applying any arrow tips you like. Higher tier logs, such as redwoods, will yield more shafts, helping boost their value. Alternatively, apply the sap to existing arrows to convert them at the same rate of standard logs. That's probably what most people are going to do.
Yeah.
You'd also be able to apply them to arrow shafts at the same rate as standard logs, and secret arrows will be incompatible with poison. They
Sure.
look cool too.
Yeah, they do look cool. But yeah, so they're hoping that this is good for players at all stages of the game. Existing arrow tiers retain their relevance, and the upgrade still feels earned.
Cool.
Yeah. So I hope it's not the strong version, by the way. I hope it's just like the regular plus accuracy version.
Okay.
Because I just think the other version would be too good. So yeah. This next one is kind of interesting, but
How do
I'm
you say it?
not a big fan of it. It's stim fikes.
Okay.
That's how I imagine it is. But anyways, this is a bird. This is hunter stuff.
They're, yeah, predatory birds that descend only when the conditions are just right.
Yes.
This is a 2-part hunting process.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So the activity begins with gathering small creatures to use as bait. Is this coming from the King Kia idea?
Maybe.
King
Who
Cat,
knows?
where they kill the babies?
That was weird.
Using box traps in a similar fashion to existing hunter methods, the initial step requires 76 hunter and is more hands-on, requiring active engagement to build up a supply of bait. If you prefer to skip this high-intensity stage, main accounts with the option to purchase these creatures from the GE. With bait in hand, you can lure the stimfags from the sky, which requires 82 hunter. This phase is designed to be lower intensity, more relaxed, offering a steady, rewarding hunter XP. In terms of XP, the more active box trapping phase is intended to offer more XP rates comparable to red chins, while the actual luring phase is going to be more AFK friendly. They are not currently designed around major item rewards. Instead, they focus firmly on hunter XP with room for small thematic bonuses and flavorful touches that enhance the experience. I think that this could be a recolor for the Quetzal. The
Maybe.
Quetzin.
Yeah.
I don't know. The fact that's a bird makes me think it is. And I think that they genuinely were actually inspired by their old idea of the king cat thing. Because they're getting something smaller to bait something else over, but they made it less dark.
That's realistic, though. The king cat thing was just
well, that's
weird.
what I mean. They made it less dark because the king cat idea, they were like, yeah, you get its children and kill it to bait him out. And now it's like, well, you get its prey to bait it out, which is less creepy.
I'm not a fan of this just because they're like, what they said doesn't make sense.
Okay.
If this is supposed to be an XP thing, why would you not choose Chinchampas over it? Because they said the XP is similar to Chinchampas, but you don't get anything. You just get the
That's
XP.
true.
Like,
which makes me think they're going to add something that you get from
Chins
it.
give you like giga XP or money.
You know, I think maybe like chins and stuff will be one of the things you can offer. Maybe they want to have a chin sync.
Maybe.
I don't know. It is kind of a weird one. Sing in a weird place.
Yeah. So I don't know. Sounds like I'm just going to keep doing chins if that's actually how it ends up being. Then the next thing we have is leech fins. This is going to be fishing. It's going to be designed for players in the low to mid 70s fishing and introduce resource focused fishing methods, deliberately trading XP rates for a new food source.
Cool.
So it's going to give you roughly 60k fishing an hour, which isn't too bad.
That's actually pretty decent.
But it's not too good. And obviously, like they said, it does offer a new food thing, which
not
is
a very appetizing looking food.
No, it's called leech fin sandwiches.
Yeah. You take this disgusting leech, and when it's eaten, it heals you 16 hit points, increases your next attack delay by 2 ticks, sets your next eat delay to 9 ticks, causes your next successful melee hit to deal an additional 16 hit points. The secondary heal must be triggered within 12 seconds. So, I mean, it sounds like it'll be pretty sick. I mean, like, it won't heal as much as some other stuff, but, like, sick in some situations. But
no, it's the highest healing food in the game.
Is it? They even call it a niche food.
Yeah, well, because
I guess technically... You're healing 32.
Because it's the highest healing food in the game per 1 click.
Mm-hmm. If you're hitting... Well, it's actually 2 clicks in a way, because you have to go and hit a mob.
It's not 2 clicks in a way. You're hitting the mob anyways. So the point of this food is that you're like betting on you not having to eat again in 9 ticks, which you could eat 3 pieces of food in 9 ticks. So obviously it's not the most healing because of that, but in 1 click it is 32. It's the next highest is 28, which is the food that heals you over time. So it's still not it's just competing with that one. So it has a 2 tick delay, which means you're going to be able to attack faster than normal, similar to a Karam one. So it's really just about you being on the offensive. If you are trying to go for something and you're like, I need a good amount of health, but I want to just keep attacking, and I know I'm not going to eat again in the next 9 ticks, then this is the way for you to do it. Because again, they mentioned if you miss your melee attacks, it has to be melee, by the way. And if you miss your melee attack,
it has to be successful.
The healing is lost.
Yeah.
And you get 12 seconds, so you have a lot of time to land a successful.
Just keep missing over and over.
Yeah, you have a lot of time to land that successful hit, but assuming you do land it, then yeah, you get 32 health, which is a lot.
Yeah.
And you cannot combo eat with this, by the way.
Yeah. And you create it by using a leech fin, which is captured while fishing, the bread, and premium or fine fish offcuts. You can make them in kitchens basically everywhere.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of cool because it does give you a lot of health, but the no combo thing is kind of rough.
Hmm.
But I guess, yeah,
I mean,
maybe
the whole point is it's kind of like a combo in itself.
I think it'll be useful for like pushing records and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Because then obviously it allows you to forego eating another piece of food or having to wait for combo eating or something like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, it's definitely super niche.
Hmm.
The next one is going to be a Venator. This is not the bow, but an enemy.
Yeah, so they require level 74 Slayer, are designed as a task alternative for players assigned a Vampire Slayer task, because really, who wants to do that freaking task?
True.
If you're happy fighting traditional vampires, nothing changes. These are just an alternative. So this is what I like. So this addresses a long-standing pain point. Vampire Sentinels are often heavily crowded, particularly for players hunting blood shards. These are going to be an alternate way that you can get blood shards now.
Yep.
And I mean, I think it's going to be the preferred way, I'd imagine.
I mean, it's not going to be AFK probably, so maybe not.
Oh, that's true. So, Venators are currently envisioned as primarily single combat encounters, more reward focused than XP focused, and a higher intensity alternative to standard vampires. And they
Yes.
look like kind of like Zarpus werewolf vibes.
Yeah, they're like
Wings and a werewolf.
they're a cross between a
Rat
large
face.
bat and a rat wolf.
Yeah. Kind of like Goose.
Yeah. Anyways, you can do this off task if you want to. You can hunt them off task. But I'm guessing the rewards would be better on task. They don't say that, but I'm just guessing. But yeah, so you don't need to have this. You don't need to have a task, but you do need to have this layer.
Yeah. Next up is maggots. I thought it said maggots. And I was
You're a
got 'em?
magic.
So these are going to be they're gonna be maggots, okay? Yeah, and you're gonna kill them. They're just talking about how they're born and die, and it's kind of gross. I'm not gonna
It's
read that.
Oh, okay. You're not gonna kill them. It's all thematic.
Yeah, but
So
it's kind of gross though.
they tell the reason they tell you this after Venators is because the idea between maggots and Venators are closely related for the new boss that's going to be farmable in this area called the Maggot King.
Yeah.
So essentially what happens is a maggot, very alien like, literally like the movie. So what they do is essentially they like eat something and then or they infect something and then something comes and eats that thing, like a Venator comes and
Mhm.
eats that dead thing. And since they ingested the maggot then uses
Burst from
that
them.
thing as a host.
Gross.
And so essentially the Maggot King, which is a brand new boss, is a maggot that has taken hold and is using a Venator as a host. So it's like a weird maggot wolf bird hybrid thing.
We're getting our first maggot pet. Brr, 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 brr.
Yeah, so this is like like I said, it's a new boss and it is actually gonna have some really good stuff from it. And it's a
Yeah.
repeatable boss.
And it's an end game boss because they compare it to people eyeing up to the Inferno or in the middle of your Fasani grind.
Yeah. And
Oh, I forgot this is like the coolest.
yeah, the
design.
weapons from it are the items from it in general are cool. It drops new best in slot stuff straight up.
Yeah. So Necklace of Pursuit is going to be the new best in slot range necklace.
Yep.
And I love the design, very spiky and cool. But the star of the show,
Literally a morning star, the Crimson Bludgeon.
it just looks insanely cool.
I guess it's more like a morning star on a chain. But
Yeah.
anyways, the Crimson Bludgeon is going to be a new crush weapon. It's a fast 4-tick, high strength, exceptional crush accuracy weapon.
Wow.
And it's designed to excel against enemies that are particularly weak to crush, obviously.
I don't really have any crush weapons, so I'm super excited.
Yeah, so this is hoping to fill a long-standing gap as a true crush-focused spec
Good.
weapon. Obviously, because there is literally none.
There's some, but they're like
There's no spec weapons for crush.
Elder Maul. But it's not meant to be
Oh,
for that. It's
yeah,
meant to be
yeah,
for
yeah.
defense.
It's
I think
meant-
that's what they mean by a true one.
Yeah, I guess you're right. That is more meant for like defense breaking.
Yeah.
This is just straight up damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it does offer 57 crush, 56 strength, and 4 attack rate, which isn't very high, but the spec is very good.
Mm-hmm. So when activated, this special attack makes 4 separate accuracy rolls in a single hit. Each successful roll increases the attack's damage, allowing skilled players to push for devastating results against appropriate targets. So if at least one roll succeeds, the attack deals 70 to 110% of your max hit. Each additional successful roll increases both the minimum and maximum by 20%. Dude, that's at 4 of those? That's crazy.
Yeah.
So 4 successful rolls could be 130 to 170% of your max hit.
Oh, so it's
Right?
yeah. I mean, that's what it says.
Cool. It performs best against crush weak targets, obviously.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Okay, so I was wondering if it was additive or multiplicative. It seems like it's multiplicative, so that means it's actually good, which is nice because I mean, if it's interesting because it's definitely a gamble. It's a gamble item, which it's
I mean, that's like every special attack because some of them, declaws, you use 2 specs, 0, 0.
yeah, exactly. But like it's funny because it's in high contrast to the recent special attack weapons like the burning claws, which is like the burning claws are
I love the
good
burning
because
claws.
it's pretty reliable damage, even though it's not a lot.
Yeah.
It's just like it
This
burns and
seems
does a
more
lot
like
of damage.
D-claws where it's slightly less reliable.
This reminds me a lot more of like a god sword.
Oh,
Of
okay.
like if it hits, it does potentially a lot of damage.
If it doesn't hit,
Yeah, exactly. So obviously, if you only get one successful roll, it's only 70 to 110% damage, which is essentially the same as you just hitting it normally.
Yeah.
But it's using spec. And then as soon as it gets to 2 successful rolls, it's actually still not that good. It's only 90 to 130%. If you get lucky and get 3 or 4, it's just straight up like 1.5 attacks to almost 2 attacks worth
So
of
sick.
damage.
Super cool.
Yeah, but it's still a range, so unfortunate.
Yeah. And then Necklace of Pursuit, that's the range necklace that I mentioned. But if you want to read the little stats to them.
Yeah, it's a new best in slot range necklace, 22 accuracy, 8 ranged strength, and 3 prayer bonus. It is made the same way as the Rancor, I'm pretty sure.
So obtain an untradeable Alpha Venator tooth from the Maggot King. Etch the tooth with 84 crafting, creating a tradable version of the tooth combined with your Necklace of Anguish.
Yeah, they wanted
Lot
it
of
to be
steps.
slightly easier to trade than the Rancor because the Rancor you have to like
Do more steps, right?
Yeah, you have to like do something to the necklace and then it becomes untradeable. Where this one, it's you do something to the thing,
The
which
tooth.
is still tradable, and then you do it to the necklace. So
Yeah.
it's just like one reverse step.
Okay. What happens next, Robert?
I mean, I guess you just do the blood moon.
No, read. It's the beginning of something far darker beyond Mauritania's borders.
How? This is the apex. It can't
Does
get
that
darker
mean?
than
Does
this.
that mean the bad guys are gonna win?
I don't know.
Wow, it kind of sounds like it. But there is a poll for the Blood Moon Rises going on. This is one of the things I'm most excited for next, actually.
Really?
Yeah, because I think
where do you know
it's
this was
going to be
coming?
handy, but I kind of forgot.
Yeah.
The bingo community feature. Woo!
Yeah, so if anyone liked the bingo leagues event from last year, then
Gridmaster.
yeah, Gridmaster, you'll like this because that's essentially what they were like trying to test is to see if bingo would work. Obviously it did, so now they're implementing it in the game. So you can essentially, if you wanted to, do a Gridmaster-esque type of thing in game, obviously without all of the buffs and stuff like that. So
Another thing we're excited for, obviously, Runefest. Runefest is back this year. They're excited to be welcoming more people, so they're doubling the size and capacity with 6,000 tickets going up for sale. There's going to be 2 permanent stages all weekend featuring the content you care about, as well as some exciting 25th anniversary surprises, brand new skill chips, more meet and greets, community meetups, LAN area previews, exclusive and limited edition merch, and socks. Last year they were like really big on the socks, I guess.
yeah.
It's going to be held on October 3rd and 4th at the NEC Birmingham, UK, and tickets are coming this spring. We're going to be trying to go. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. But yeah, so that's cool. Same exact location as last year if you're familiar.
The next one is the one you're actually most excited. Well, let's be real. This might be the one I'm most excited for.
Literally anyone that plays the game in a relatively PvP or PvM focused fashion, this has to be the thing you're looking forward to the most, and it is Raids 4.
Oh my gosh. And it's not a theme anyone could have guessed.
Yes, it is weirdly enough
God War themed. Yeah, it's so weird. It's gonna be called the Fractured Archive, which I like the name for it though.
I don't, just because
it's gonna be FA. Like it's not
No,
very fun.
just because it doesn't follow the theme of all the other raids.
Oh, tall.
TOBTOACOX.
TFA.
It's just FA.
FA. Fa.
Yeah.
Fractured Archive. There is actually a really cool trailer that I'd recommend you guys watch. We don't have the most information, but
Literally the only thing it teases is that Guthix has a redesign. So Guthix has been shown off a long time ago as being like a floating skull.
it looks
And
sick.
now you get to see the 2026 version of that, which looks a lot cooler, obviously. But anyways, so players will be able to I'm just going to go into like all the details of it
Yes.
now. So this is going to be a Theater of Blood styled approach this time around, meaning that it is
No
going to be
puzzles.
no puzzles, no demi bosses. It is straight
No
up
invos.
bosses.
Yeah.
Yeah, no invos. It's just the bosses the way it is.
Well, I guess it is demi bosses in a way.
Yeah, it says you'll face demi bosses, I guess, but then it's not like there's like mini things
Like the Guardians or crabs.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like you're facing I guess I kind of think of like Akka and stuff like that as like demi bosses.
They are.
So I
I'd
guess
say.
yeah, I guess it will be more like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess yeah, I was thinking of something different. Anyways, we're gonna have no puzzle room, so that's cool. And obviously the bosses are the way they are. There's no difficulty changes, and this is gonna be a tough raid.
Yeah.
Arguably the toughest raid.
Woo.
Because it like they said, they're coming off the heels of Theater of Blood style stuff. They want it to be difficult. Theater
I'm
of Blood,
super hyped.
arguably the most difficult raid by default. And they'll be diving deeper into details later. But just to give you guys a few details, you technically will be able to solo the raid, although it is, I'm guessing, going to be on the similar level as soloing Top, where it's just like a normal player will not do this.
Well. And everything we say, by the way, is subject to change. This is coming in probably like 10 months.
Yeah.
The raid is going to scale between 2 and 8 players. There will be a practice mode which allows you to jump into any boss in the raid and practice killing on the regular difficulty. However, this mode will not be available in release and will instead launch in the weeks following the release, of course.
Yeah.
I like that actually. So the practice mode, you can skip around and practice rather than like if you want to practice Versic in the story mode, you have to do every other boss first.
True.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
It sucks because I'm kind of like I get why they do that, but I kind of don't like it.
You don't want to be able to practice one at a time?
Yeah.
Because it's too like easy.
It's
fair if you say it is because I understand what you mean.
I think it gives people a lot more access to the raid or to the boss or whatever. I think it's cool. I like stuff like that in a lot of games, but I don't know. I'm conflicted because I kind of don't like it as well. I feel like you should just be like, go in there, you've done the research, it's like this big thing that you've kind of like hyped up, instead of being like, all right, dude, I've spent like 15 hours fighting this boss that's like completely meaningless, and now I know how to fight it. It's like, cool, I'm glad you're able to do that. If that got you into the raid, that's cool. But also it like replaces the feeling of like, this is my first time at this boss, this is like something I'm figuring out, because even though I've read guides, I've never been here. It's like it replaces that feeling with like, oh, I've done this a million times.
I could see them being like, you have to get a KC before you can do that.
I guess so.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's more like a sentiment thing. It's, I think, better for the community that there's practice modes for stuff like this. But I think
to you,
yeah, because it's like whenever you first entered any raid, it's all like, oh, dude, how's this gonna go?
Yeah.
Like I said, I read the guides. I have the correct stuff, but like,
reading guides mean nothing your first attempt somewhere.
Yeah, like, will my hands show up? But
no, they won't.
Yeah, it's like now you kind of get rid of that.
The next one I'm very excited about. So on release, a full team wipe will reset the raid, but in the weeks following the release, they're going to move to TOA style wipe system where you have infinite tries but reduce rewards and dwindling resources.
Nope.
I love that.
I hate it.
That's like my favorite thing about Chambers, is that you could just keep going. And it's going to be a little bit different because you don't get to make your own supplies. If you're out of food, like you're probably just going to have to reset, but I like it.
Okay. And then lastly, accessing, this is okay.
This is a pretty big requirement.
I hate this sentence.
Sure.
One of these sentences. I'm about to read the second one, actually.
Okay.
So accessing the Fractured Archive will require completion of Walk Ethic Sleeps. Cool. We know that this would prohibit some builds from accessing the encounter, but we'll talk about accommodating all players in a future blog.
What accounts can't go there?
It requires defense.
Oh, yeah. You don't want people to be able to go?
Bro, we've said this.
Don't cater to
I've
them?
said this a million times. Why are we doing this? If you want to do the content, you have to have the requirements for the content.
I've done raids of people with one defense, so I'm like, I can't. I gotta hope that
I'm
they
pretty
can do
sure
it.
it has a defense requirement for while Gothic sleeps.
Probably.
I'm almost certain. Or at least, somewhere along the path to get to while Gothic sleeps. So a lot of people were immediately like,
Wait a minute.
actually, the resounding amount of posts I saw were people like, yo, don't do this.
But I mean, it's supposed to be harder than top. Like,
I don't
know.
Make
I'm torn.
make a
I'm
new
torn.
account. Make a new account. You
Yikes.
shouldn't have done the limited account if that's like going to be a thing for you.
Let's talk about the art. Beautiful.
Yeah,
What would you say this vibe is? Like dark woodland vibe?
I guess so. Like definitely dark foresty.
Yeah. Oh, it's kind of like a little library, like archive, like stone. I don't know. I think it looks pretty.
And Guthix is like the god of life.
Guthix looks crazy. It's just a giant skull with its mouth, or its jaws like broken, like hanging down.
Sorry. He's like the god of nature, right? Is that what that is?
Balance.
I see. But yeah, he's more like youthful life and stuff like that, as opposed to like all the other gods are like fairly like either war or like other stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that it's more naturey, I guess is what I mean.
Yeah, it's a creepy skull, but it's covered in like vines and flowers. We have the Ezekiel boss concept. This is gonna be the Saradomin one. This one looks Akka-esque. It's just a big dude wearing Justy. Ooh, that makes he's gonna be tanky.
He's not wearing Justy.
That's not Justy.
No.
Oh, I just saw the colors.
Yeah,
like the
it looks like Justy.
The color palette.
Yeah, it's definitely not Justy.
Yeah, we literally only have those 3 images.
Can I go down?
Yeah.
It says that any attempt to stop him will be met with ferocious, in bold resistance.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Maybe he'll have a special resistance mechanic or something.
Maybe. That's all we have on the league, or on the leagues. What the heck? On the raid. They said we're going to hear more throughout the year. It's going to be late 2026 when we get that.
Yep. And then we got RS25, just for everyone that doesn't know, RuneScape, it's 25 years old.
Which mod is this that keeps doing the creepy smile? He's back at it again.
I don't know, dude. Just a creep next to a creep.
Next to a creep.
That's Mod North. And
anyway, 25th anniversary, they talk about Runefest. There's going to be an in-game event though. So they said they're only going to do birthday in-game events on like specific years, like milestone years, and 25 is obviously a big one. So we're actually getting one this year.
Yeah, that's cool. And then they have extra like 25-year anniversary
merch.
Yeah, merch. So like vinyls and stuff like that.
We talked about the vinyls. Something that they introduced on the Winter Summit that I want is like a Lego, basically Lumbridge Castle set by U2s. But you know what sucks? Okay, it's 3,787 pieces. It measures 9 by 9 by 16 inches. And I feel bad because OSRS Bricks already does this stuff. And then the U2s is doing it, but for like a lot cheaper. And it makes me feel bad because obviously they have more money. They're like a big company, whereas the OSRS Bricks has to charge more because they don't have as much. It's only gonna be $59 US. That's not that expensive.
That's kind of expensive
For like a Lego set?
I think that's just in general expensive.
But
I mean,
the OSRS Brick ones are a lot more.
No, I'm just saying like that is like a fine price, but that is like a lot of money.
Yeah, I guess. I just thought it would be more whenever I saw it. A big Lumbridge.
Speaking of a lot of money.
This one.
Yeah. Oh, God. Okay, so this is the...
it's cool at first.
Obviously, they're having... they've always had that partnership with Starforge PCs where you can buy the PC. It's a $400 case, which is insane.
Very pretty, though.
But they also have mouse mats now, which they look really cool. We've already gone over them before. And the new thing that they wanted to showcase is they actually partnered up with Starforge and Ducky. For anyone that doesn't know, Ducky makes... much more mechanical keyboard, higher end keyboards for people that like mechanical keyboards. They're not too expensive typically, and this is a RuneScape themed
I
one.
love it, but I like side keyboards, like the side number pad, and there
Yeah.
isn't one.
This is a 75% keyboard is what it's called, which is it does have some keys on the right side and also the directional keys, but yeah, like Michelle said, no keypad.
Some little highlights though is the escape button is the little log out thing on your screen. The home button is the little home telly.
Yeah, and all the F keys are assigned to where they are by default in RuneScape.
I saw so many jokes about being like, all the F keys are wrong because everyone adjusts their
And you
own.
can move them around. And then this is weird.
This is
I thought it was a meme.
I thought it was an edit when I first saw it. There's a Starforge Zuck keycap. You're like, wow, it looks so good. Does Zuck have boobs?
Yeah, you're gonna have to Google.
You have to see this to believe
Google
it.
the Starforge Zuck keycap because
Not at work though. It's not safe for work.
it looks like Zuck,
I just
you know,
have big natural.
it's the Zuck helmet, and then they decided to make Zuck's pecs so incredibly large that they are like
They look like boobs.
practically double D's.
Everyone's making jokes about it. The first time I saw it, I thought it was an edit to make it look like
Literally,
boobs.
I thought it was a meme. It literally looks like they tried to put a butt on just below where the helmet goes.
It looks like cleavage.
It is bizarre.
It is so funny.
The design choice, no, there's no way people did not pick that up.
Do you think that they saw it and they're like, yo, that's hella funny. No one say anything.
Insane.
So there is a link if you want to go and you're going to be able to buy the Zuck boob keycap soon. So that's going to be exciting for you.
Yeah, you can also get some plate light wall art from Starforge.
These look pretty cool.
Yeah, you can put this on your wall, I guess, if you want to.
I want to see how much the Zuck keycap is. It's $60.
They said that it's 3D printed. There's no way that you're paying $60 for a 3D
It's 3D
printed.
That's so lame.
It says it, right?
I don't know.
I feel like I have to confirm this.
But I mean, it would probably say
Yeah.
on the website.
Oh no, it's a resin.
Modeled and hand
Sorry,
painted.
it's a resin keycap.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, okay, that
Do you
makes.
think
a
the
little
people
bit more
painted
sense.
it were like, yo, what is this game about?
Oh,
Some freaky
crazy.
stuff.
Honestly, I still think the
Their death mats are
death
really
mats are
cool.
kind of nice. They're
Yeah.
$50, but they do seem kind of nice, and they're made out of like actual
Good quality.
like cloth.
Oh, okay. Very cool. Next up, we have to get past the weird boob thing. I don't even know where this is. Hold on.
What are you looking
It
for?
was, New Region servers. This
Oh.
is a short one, but a crazy exciting one.
Yeah, this is very exciting, especially if you live in South America.
Yay! Shout out Ellie, who has been doing crazy stuff all this time in South America with awful ping, and she's a cool gamer. And now
Yeah.
she's gonna actually have Latin American servers. I'm so excited for
Yeah,
her
we're
and
getting
everyone
a
else.
little ahead of ourselves. So yeah, they just revealed that they're going to be adding new regional servers to different areas.
Mhm.
A lot of people have been requesting this for some time because obviously there's only NA and EU.
There's a lot of places missing.
Yeah, they're going to be adding Latin American regional servers very soon, actually, in the next few months, hopefully.
Awesome. I'm so excited. And then after that, they're going to start looking at the next one, which everyone wants to be Asia, I think.
Yeah, oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay, next is the new renderer, HD, and API.
This is arguably one of the worst decisions they've ever made.
It's just because it's taking so long. Anyway, back in October, we said goodbye to our new renderer beta to work on feedback and help protect the launches sailing the holiday period. We know many of you are hyped for HD. And so while we don't have anything big to drop as part of the Summit live stream, we wanted to update you and inform you where we're at. Simply put, we're still cooking. The new renderer still has some issues for us to straighten out before we're ready to get back into your hands. The work is currently ongoing, and while we can't give you a date, we want you to know it's a priority for us. To reiterate what we shared before, the top of our to-do address list are client stability, performance, and character rendering. Our intention has always been that the new renderer beta won't return until we're confident it feels complete. Our current focus is releasing the new render and retiring the legacy render option. This will let us tangle a lot of spaghetti code and puts us in a good place where we could properly get back to HD, which sounds like they're not even working on right now. We're so excited to introduce you to Gilmore in HD. Blah, blah, blah. It's not ready. On that note, we've made the decision to put a pause on our API project. We've been prioritizing other major technical work of the API that have more immediate impact on the overall player experience, such as finishing things like HD and further mobile improvements.
That is insane.
What is API? I don't even remember.
An API is what people need in order to make plugins.
Oh, it sounds like we need that.
It
Sounds
it
like we could have
is
used this update.
actually crazy that they're pausing the API project in order to do their own version of HD.
Bro, we already have HD and everyone likes it.
It is insane
That
to
is
me.
silly. That's just actually silly.
Yeah, it's like I honestly do think it is one of the like most brain dead takes for them to have in a very long time.
Yeah, they've had some silly takes over time.
The fact that they think they need HD more natively than they need API for mobile is just mind-boggling. Like there's so many players that play on mobile that would benefit from very simple.
Oh, you also been playing on mobile so much, so
Well, yeah, not just me, like half of the player base plays on mobile.
I do even on occasion.
Yeah, and I've seen people with the actual most like
Silly takes.
yeah, I will just say silly takes where they're all like the game's not meant to be played on mobile. It's like you're crazy, dude.
We started playing RuneScape because we found out it came on mobile. I feel like our experience is not unique. So many people started playing on mobile.
Regardless of where you started playing, the fact that half of the player base essentially plays on mobile
At least sometimes.
is like you cannot ignore the amount of people that play mobile. It is a significant amount of people. So it's like the fact that you're sidelining their quality of life for HD is crazy.
We already have HD. I'm excited for their HD for sure, but we're not in a rush.
Yeah, just like, you know, simple things like honestly, just look at any of the plugins on RuneLight. Like, you know, they just don't get it. Mobile just doesn't get it because they want HD.
That's so lame. I think part of the reason I was so excited for the HD in the client was because they were like, oh, you'll be able to have plugins too on mobile. And I was like, ooh, HD and plugins on mobile? Like, that's thick. I thought they came hand in hand.
No, apparently not. So
it's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, I don't know why they thought that. I hope a lot of people have like spoken out that that's insane. So hopefully they change their mind because no player is going to be all like, oh, thank God they added HD. Now I can play the game more or better or
now I
have
could
more
get rid of
fun.
RuneLight, which has all these great plugins.
Yeah, like no one's going to switch over.
Yeah. HD will be nice on mobile. Plugins would be better though.
I guess so, but like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense.
Anyway, that is finally it for the Winter Summit. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
A lot. 3 days worth of talking. I don't know how much is going to get cut out, but a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. Like we tried to summarize it, but obviously
I think it was still 3 hours of talking about it.
Same as always, if you like are like, oh, I wish they didn't suck at talking about PvP. It's cool. Just go to the blog and
I was gonna say let us know if he wants to talk more about it.
Well, it's like I'm not going to be able to tell you like a lesson about physics because I'm not a physics professor, just like I don't play PvP.
All we could do is read the notes and be like, I think this is good.
Just as same as it ever was. If you want to know more about something we talked about, just go to the blog.
I link all the blogs.
Yes.
We do have another blog.
This week's
This is an update though. Yeah. So immediately, you guys, we're getting the built-in facilities, being able to move around in your boat via facility bottles.
Yeah. So these are bottles that you can just find and
while salvaging.
For anyone that's ever seen like a ship in a bottle, this is the concept. So
they actually have a ship in the bottle, like a home.
Yeah, that's how you move your boat. So it's the same thing. You get little bottles and then you can put one of your facilities in there and then that allows you to move it around.
Yeah, to other hotspots.
Yep.
And these are, when they have stuff in them, obviously they're untradeable. You can't sell your Dragon Cannibal setup.
But you can sell the bottles themselves.
Yeah, or if you're an iron, you have to get them from Large Pirate, Mercenary, and Fremennik Shipwreck Salvaging.
Very notably not from Merchant Salvaging.
Interesting. And not from Opulent.
Yes.
Which sucks if you're high level and you want to AFK there.
Very annoying.
You liked today's update for this, right? On mobile?
I didn't notice. I haven't opened my bank.
I thought that you mentioned it.
I'm at Gem Crab.
I'm tripping. Anyway, bank UI changes and empty containers button. the bank UI has been changed. I swear to God, I thought you said something about this.
I did say something about it, but I personally haven't opened my bank today.
Oh, I thought you told me you liked it. Whatever.
No,
Read it.
we liked it because we voted yes on it.
Oh, okay.
So this was a
been a weird
change from
day.
like 9 months ago or something like that.
Dude, I keep reading April of last year.
Yeah. So this is part of poll 84, and they're all
The
like,
poll that just keeps on giving.
they're all like, hey, yo, we wanted to change the way the bank UI looks because we think it's a little not friendly to everyone, aka mobile users. So they wanted to make it more mobile friendly, and everyone's like, cool, yeah, sure, whatever. It passed with 95%.
They also added a button though where you can empty all of the bags that you have in your inventory.
Yeah, there's actually, they
That was one
fixed
of the
it
things,
because there was a really annoying issue where they added the thing where you can, like Michelle just said, empty containers, but it wouldn't work on any of your locked slots.
Oh, it still doesn't work on your locked slots.
No, it does.
Oh, they changed it.
It was hotfixed.
Oh, okay. Well, whenever I read it earlier, it was not yet.
Yeah. So previously, like if you are like, oh, I obviously don't want to deposit my coal bag when I hit deposit all, so I'll lock it, and then
Oh, I got it backwards. Never mind. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. You right.
Yeah,
You right.
oh, I
and
know.
and I didn't think the opposite. I was just confused.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So obviously, if you have like your coal bag and you're like, I'm depositing everything, for example, or your gem bag, I'm depositing everything. Obviously, you don't want to deposit the bag itself. You just don't want to deposit the actual stuff. So you're going to lock the bag, whatever it is, gem, coal, whatever. And previously, they're all like, when this update first came out, they're like, all right, cool. Well, because it's locked, you actually can't deposit anything from it using the deposit container item or the deposit container button, the new button. And then everyone's like, that's dumb.
Yeah.
That's how everyone is going to use it.
Mm-hmm.
So they made a quick change. So now, even if your bag is locked, it still deposits it using the deposit container button. But they are going to be cold fixing in a toggle if you want to not allow that to happen.
I like it when there's toggles personally.
Yeah. Shout out to Mod Yumi because she asked about it and like right away was like, you know, see what the team can do with the toggle. And she's like, would you guys like a toggle? And people were like, yeah, sure.
We love a toggle.
Very quickly, she was able to get that done within like a few hours.
Perfect. And finally, coffins from Shade of More now have a right-click empty option while you're in the banking interface. Also nice. This coffin is excluded from the empty containers for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know. We have some other changes. One of these, I feel like, is actually low-key significant. So I can't believe they put in other changes.
Yeah. I mean, we always joke about how other changes are the whole patch, and that is true this week.
So true. Okay. First off, they gave irons the way to create their holy molies by dismantling their devout boots. That has been added to the game. Very cool.
Yes. They also centered the holy molies.
Okay, in the Warna equipment interface.
In the hole.
In the whole interface.
Crazy interface.
We've made some wilderness adjustments to combat unscrupulous sorts.
Bots.
Okay, bots, yeah. Entering the lairs of Callisto, Venenatis, and Vedion now require a completion of the medium wilderness diary. If you're no longer eligible to complete an existing Slayer task targeting this bosses, speak to a Slayer master to get a new assignment. It does not reset your streak.
Yes.
Requirements to go to them.
That's kind of crazy. And then I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But I read that and I was like, but the
singles.
The singles are the ones. And then right below it, in order to enter Ardio, Spindle, or Calvarion, it now requires not the medium, but the hard wilderness diaries instead of the mediums.
Crazy. They just snuck these little changes in.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, kind of crazy. And then also irons are now, I don't know how I feel about this, but irons are eligible to get loot from undead pirates, even if they're getting like ragged or
if another player's damaged them.
Yeah, kind of weird, but it does round down. So for example, if you were going to get like runes and a like rune sword from one of the pirates, then it'll round down, meaning you won't get the sword. But because one rounds down to 0.
Yeah.
But you will get the runes just rounded down.
Yeah. Weird.
And you'll still, and it's based on how much, is it based on how much damage you do?
Yeah. How much you've actually hurt them yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So if you still get like 90% of the damage, you still won't get the Alks, but you'll get 90% of the runes.
Yeah, which is something.
I guess.
Chests at the Rogue's Castle now provide no loot without completion of the Medium Wilderness Diary.
Crazy.
Yeah, I
You'll
don't.
still get XP, but you just won't get loot.
It is kind of funny that it was giving you loot before.
Yeah.
Anyway, back outside the wilderness, the floor, mural, and the tiles of the gauntlet now render in the correct order.
Rasmir's building supply shop in Morton now is a separate one for irons and mains.
Fixed a bug where the odd skull couldn't be picked up by the opposing team after it's dropped on the ground in Clan Wars.
They added monkey bars to the Yanil dungeon, which require 57 agility, to the skill guide.
Cute. The monkey bars under Edgeville that require 15 agility now have the correct icon instead of a jumping one.
And that's
Oh, weird. How did that go unknown forever
I
or
mean,
unfixed?
No one cares.
I don't know, but it's just one of those small things that you're like, weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's it. Yeah. Now we have questions, super long ones, so we'll try to get through these quick, but we do appreciate the questions.
Yeah, we have like 5. So Andrew actually asked last year, hours after we finished recording.
Last year. Crazy.
Last week. Anyway, from J. Andrew, what if a new boot slot was added to the game where instead of moving 2 tiles when running, you move 3? What do you think of this concept? Obviously, new PVM content could incorporate this mechanic. Honestly, I was okay with that first, but a lot of PVMing is knowing your tiles and the skipping. So a fun thing to know about PvP is your character, like they said, runs 2 tiles. So if you click something 2 tiles away, you'll skip that middle tile. If there's poison and you click 2 tiles away, you won't step on the poison. I just don't know how that would possibly work with 3 tiles.
It's the same thing, except you'd skip 3.
That's just weird. I wonder, like, technically if they could even manage that.
I mean, I feel like the way movement works in this game is all an accident, so probably not.
Probably.
I think it'd be interesting. I think it'd be, yeah, I don't know.
I think a lot of PVMers actually wouldn't want it.
Yeah,
because
for sure.
we're very used to the every other thing.
I think it'd be a good opportunity for like exploring that type of stuff. Or like, you know, also the alternate version would be boots that only allow you to move 1 space always.
Oh my gosh.
But like maybe they give you like giga defenses. I don't know.
Oh, actually boots doing 1 at a time would be good for some stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
So it's like, because you don't always need to skip. Actually, very often you don't need to skip 2 tiles. So yeah, maybe that would be cool. I think it's an interesting concept.
Yeah.
But I think
that is a very interesting idea.
They're just like boots that make you skip all the time.
Yeah. That'd be kind of cute. There's an animation of you skipping when it happens.
Yeah. I think it would be kind of interesting. I don't know about the new boot slot. That sounds crazy.
Yeah. Maybe it would just have to be like a bonus. Not actually a thing.
I think it would just have to be like a very niche boot, potentially, that has like no defenses or anything. Like
this is the only benefit.
Yeah. The benefit is that you can weirdly hop around.
Next question's from Matt on Discord. With sailing now in the game, do you think we'll get an expansion of swimming as part of agility? I know we can already swim in a few unique situations, but I think it'd be awesome if you could swim across any water. The higher your agility, the farther you can swim without getting exhausted. Once you reach the exhausted state, you start receiving damage.
You die.
Yeah, basically, weight also plays a role. The higher the weight, the faster you get exhausted. I don't love the idea of swimming like that, but I do like the idea of like, swimming-based agility course. Like you're not like the underwater one.
I was about to say that already exists.
I'm thinking like there was like episodes of Survivor where there's like a lot of stuff like in the water, some's under, but most of it's like on top of the water, over it. Something kind of like that I think could be cool. But I can't imagine like designing my own agility course, but you could make it more interactive potentially.
No, I do. Yeah, I look forward to water activity. Well, I don't look forward to, but I do expect water activities that is going to be highly associated with sailing and also islands.
Yeah.
But I just don't imagine it's not just on their radar, but also like possible for them to have like a true like swimming thing that's part of agility / sailing. I feel like that would just require so much, like an astounding amount of work, if I imagine.
I feel like they could literally just add like the traditional agility course of running in a circle, but whenever your character falls, it has to swim back to a platform.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I could see them adding like small stuff like that. But like, I just imagine an expansion of swimming being like kind of a lot. But if it was just like, oh yeah, adding a few like agility courses, yeah, they could do that. Or like shortcuts, they could do that for sure. I think it's interesting, but also I don't, as a player, want that to ever happen because I think swimming content in general is kind of boring in games.
It's always like exciting at first, then you're like, oh my god, now I have to swim back.
Yeah, like one of the worst expansions ever in World of Warcraft was ever whenever you like one of the starting zones for the new expansion was underwater.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people hated it, even though you got like a mount that made it faster. There was like a seahorse. A lot of people were like, "Yo, this sucks." Underwater stuff is just not super appealing to a lot of players,
Yeah.
unfortunately, because it's usually slow.
It's always slow. That reminds me, I should play Animal Crossing. The update came out.
True.
Next question's from Harger. We also have an in real life question that I'm gonna do last.
Okay.
So from Harger, should Jagex offer a training course to become certified in identifying and banning bots? Be low-key fun. Any player can participate, and the position is unpaid. Classic Jagex. But a player successfully
You
complete.
pay them.
If the player successfully complete the course and pass the final exam, they unlock the ability for their account to ban bots. Never mind, I don't want this. If any bots are invalid, banned players can still, of course, submit a
No, it says
request.
if any bans are invalid.
Oh, if any bans are invalid, bans players, of course, can still submit a request to reverse the decision and become unbanned. Also, bans can be traced back to the player who did them. So if a player has too many false bannings, they can lose their ability to ban. At first, I was like, that's cool. And then I was like, wait, that's too much power. I don't think so.
I think this would be cool if it wasn't volunteered and they were paid and this is just what they did.
Mm-hmm. I would love for them to have jobs.
Bro, we've seen what P mods turn into.
There was a freaking, I guess there's like a law case in the UK from someone who used to be a mod, and like they're getting like sued for like taking money from people's accounts.
Yeah.
It was like, I don't know if it's supposed to be named, but I think it's like Mod Jet or something.
Yeah, this is a known thing.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of this. Or I mean, if I did, I totally forgot about it. But okay, UK judge rules that RuneScape Gold is fair game when suing for theft.
At least in this case.
Yeah, developers stole $700,000 worth of it. Wowzers! And then the description of this picture: a low poly old school RuneScape man. Anyway, I think I feel like power corrupts people, especially in RuneScape. Weirdly,
Yeah, I mean that's,
So maybe
that's
not.
the saying, right? Like true power truly corrupts or something like that.
yeah. But it would be nice to know what to look for more, I guess, when banning. Because I don't know, I also get really annoyed when people assume I'm a bot because I'm just AFK, not talking.
Yeah, I feel
So
like
it would be cool if they were like, "Hey guys, this is what bots act like."
it would require like a bunch of tools and a bunch of like research. It couldn't just be like, oh, this person's walking kind of weird. Bro, the amount of weird people that play this game that do
It's
things
true.
that you think are
I've done weird stuff.
insane. They do things that you wish it was a bot.
Mm-hmm.
You wish a bot would cut a tree for 3 months straight to get 99 woodcutting in Lumbridge. No, that's just a dude. That's just a dude doing that.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know how you'd be able to differentiate that. It would require a lot of tools, I think, not just know-how. So
Yeah. I would like to know some tips though.
yeah, I do think it would be cool if they had someone that was paid to just go around and like ban fools.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool. Kind of like old GM style.
Yeah.
Like this is like a known thing in old World of Warcraft and even current MapleStory. It's called getting white roomed in MapleStory because you literally get teleported to a room that is all white and they like talk to you about why you're getting banned.
That's hilarious.
And in World of Warcraft, they would take you to GM Island, which was literally an island that was inaccessible because you can't swim in World of Warcraft for very long.
Dude.
And then they would talk to you about how you're getting banned there.
That reminds me, Bastilla used to have this one. She would like time people out for saying inappropriate things and then send people to the milk room. And she'd show like a picture on screen and people just like added silly things to it over time and stuff to be like, you're gross. This is where you belong.
True.
Similar vibes.
Yeah. So I think it would be cool if that was in the game just because it is cool seeing GMs in the game and you do see them in RuneScape from time to time.
Mhm.
And they usually are just joking around like they're like Jad at the GE.
Yeah.
But it would be cool if you're like, walking around like I'm the dude banning people and I'm the GM. Like that would be kind of cool. It would give old vibes. It's not very effective. It's definitely kind of a waste of
It's
money.
more for show than anything.
Yeah, it's more like a cop where it's like they're not really doing too much, but like they're stopping people from doing stuff because they just are existing,
Yeah.
kind of.
Fair.
Yeah, kind of like that. I don't know. It would be cool, but definitely not as like a PM like situation.
Yeah. Last RuneScape question is from Elise. I think that's how you pronounce it. So, what is something, an item, skill, unlock, quest,
Quas.
quest, etc. you remember being excited for in the past, but now realize is kind of silly? For example, I quit playing as a kid shortly after Summoning came out. So when I returned to OSRS last year, I was super excited over all the stuff that got added into the game. I remember grinding so hard to make enough money to buy a dragon felling axe, thinking it was going to change everything.
Oh,
I don't even
big.
remember what that thing does.
It just makes it so you can get like two logs.
More wood. Within a week, I realized it really doesn't add much to my life.
No, it sucks.
But I still wouldn't trade how excited I felt despite how silly of a goal it was.
It makes wood cutting more AFK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you get more resources for how AFK it is, but your inventory actually gets more full fast.
Yeah.
So it's weird. I'm glad that really changed your life, Elise, though. Very excited for
That's
you.
hilarious.
Whenever I first went members, the two skills I was most excited for as a member have got to be the two most anticlimactic skills: thieving and agility. I was going on the quest page, searching by skills rewarded and doing quests that rewarded thieving and agility, and grinding to do other quests specifically because they rewarded thieving and agility.
Sick.
Those skills are not very useful.
They're not for a main, that's for sure.
Not for a main. I mean, agility at least has some good telly, or like
now it does.
Now it has good stuff now. This was like 7 years ago.
Yeah, it's like
those were the two skills I was most excited for. And then as I got higher level, like I haven't even bothered to get 99 in those skills. They're not really that important.
Yeah.
But I, like you know, I was really excited to do it. So no regrets.
Yeah, true. Mine is much more philosophical, weirdly enough.
Okay.
But it's like the feeling of being like, oh, sick. I just got this new item.
Mm-hmm.
And remembering that it means nothing because like I just
because it's the game?
No, because I just all I did was farm this thing that gave me money until I got this item. Like it was there's no achievement in it.
Wait, no way. Robert just said something that you realize is silly and it's being a main.
Yeah.
Get out of here, bro.
Imagine being like, oh, thank God. I saved up for 4,000 Warcath kills and I can finally get a scythe. You get it? And it's like, cool. Now what are you going to do?
Granitivo?
You're going to go like walk around and show it off or something? Like you're not going to do Warcath with it. Like
I feel like you're shaming me.
I'm not. I'm
you're
just
all elitist iron.
It's me realizing that money is worthless in RuneScape and also probably real life.
Collection logs is all that matters.
Yeah.
I do love collection logging.
Yeah.
That's I feel a little called out, but okay.
I mean, you wouldn't if it wasn't true.
Anyway, that was a good question. The last question is the best question, though. This is also from Elise. In honor of your 1 year gotchaversary with Moose and Goose, which by the way was on January 25th. We've had our little cats for 1 year. We've had them longer than they've lived with us longer than they lived without us.
True.
Which is really cute to know.
They have very baby lives.
Yeah. Oh, they're gonna live forever though. Anyway, this question's funny because we talk about this a lot. If you got another cat out of the blue, would you find a way to continue the naming convention or go totally different? And I love this question because it could go two ways.
Yeah, yes and no.
Yeah, so
depending
you're like
on how you are thinking.
Okay, Moose and Goose are animals. Would you consider the animal theme? Cats named after other animals, which is hilarious, by the way.
Yeah.
Or do you mean the rhyming Moose and Goose? So yes and no. Yes. Elaborate for us.
We've already thought of this many months ago. Even before.
I feel like as soon as we adopted them, even before we adopted them, we had this idea.
We already had an idea for this because we're all like, our idea was like, we'll have 3 cats and a dog. We don't have the dog or the third cat.
We're gonna wait because we want. I mean, right now the dog would get it, and then it would like die before Moose and Goose. We just want to have overlapping so no one's ever alone.
Anyways, we've already thought about this. We already thought about the names, and we're all like, ideally, if it did happen that we got an orange cat, because we think orange cats are goofy.
I always thought our first cat would be an orange cat or a black cat.
Yes, we already picked a few names for them. If we didn't want it to rhyme, it would be Jeffrey.
And I think it's a very fun, formal name for a cat.
If we did want it to rhyme, our orange cat would be the Juice.
Yeah, not OJ Simpson. But
Yes. So we would have the moose, the goose, and the juice.
yeah,
all on the loose.
if you guys remember when we first got Moose and Goose, we like were very big on being like their names are the Moose and the Goose because we thought it was funny. But now we're just like Goosey guy, my Moosey baby. Like we've given up on the formalities there.
Yeah.
So yeah, yes and no. We would not name after another animal. I mean, probably we would name it after another animal soon because I think it's funny.
Maybe.
But we already plan on getting an orange cat, naming it Juice because we think it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a great sense of humor.
If it's not orange, then we would name it something else.
If it's a black cat.
If it's a black cat, I mean,
What would you want to name
you
a black
wanted
cat?
to name it Kiki, but everyone does that.
Everyone does, but it's a good, or no, Gigi is the name of the
Gigi,
cat
yeah,
from
yeah.
Kiki's Delivery Service.
Yeah.
Solid name.
It's solid, I guess, but like kind of lame because
Or you know, it'd
does
be
it.
funny, like a really dramatic, like biblical, like dramatic name.
I would like it to be something very foreign and formal.
Mm.
Like if it was a tuxedo cat, his name would be Gustafson.
That'd be beautiful. We just call him Goose.
We call him Gus
Darn it. That's true.
or Gustav.
We won't call him Gustav. We'll just be like, Gustav.
Or I would be like, my son, because he's Gustafson.
But then Moose is going to be like, yes. He's going to think you're talking to him.
Well, either way, he's
Yeah.
my boy.
Yeah. Oh, I love our cats. They're so great. So great.
Yeah.
Like I said, they're so gay. They're so gay too, to be
Yeah,
honest.
true.
You should meet them.
Yeah, so that's what we would name our cat.
Yeah. I like that question a lot because
Yeah.
I like talking about cats.
Yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed this extra long episode.
Yes. And if you are listening this far, surprise, Jade is going to be our guest next week. I just haven't announced it anywhere else yet.
Surprise.
Surprise.
Yes, and if you have made it this far, make sure to go and comment on YouTube.
I made it this
I
far.
love Gustafson.
Gustav, spell it how you think it should be spelled.
Yeah.
I like the name Bartholomew.
Oh.
Mhm.
Okay, Bart.
Yeah. It's a fun name.
Anyways, hopefully you all enjoyed this episode as per usual. Feel free to ask us questions if you want to, on any of our socials.
Yeah, our Twitter and TikTok are Bunebape OSRS, Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram are all Bunebape. I stream 4 days a week at twitch.tv/Bunebape and on this channel. Robert streams 1 day a week on twitch.tv/smallbape or on the Smallbape channel, which I'm going to try to remember to link down below. He plays variety games. He was even talking about like maybe Terraria soon.
They got a new update today.
All kinds of games he
Or
plays.
yesterday.
So, go check it out. That's going to be our little variety channel. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Follow us on
you
Spotify.
all enjoyed it. And if you did, we'll see you all.
Very soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.